setting up what I say, okay. If I show one corner what I say, hope the moon clear. Be a baby, I know what tap screen so. Okay, we'll buy I know what tap so. Now what tap so. Okay, maintain.
Let me more like a Saturday at the time. They know when a bomb, and I'm not just spray. What to spray, baby? They know when a bomb, they be a way to spray. When I'm kind bang, Kuano, Quabresiana. When I'm kind bang, Kuano. They be a way to spray. Or to spray, so I do the better. Baby, we are set through, baby, to say, I'm going way to spray or the baby. I'm going way to watch or the baby. I'm going way in the wheel, grab the driving license or the athlete, and then no can cook, and then no can double, and then say, I confirm your mistake. Now we come and confirm now I confirm me, and we know now we come and confirm one, we also confirm me, because I'm taking it.
Bema we are or complaining say Ajagraja. Some insult or did it Ajagraja. You say me support what Ajagraja, but me tremon hypocrisy. Or complaining say Adi Bia Ajagraja Barbecre, Eddie Beddy, Eddie Barbecre, or Koto spray another Barbecre, no way or the Barbecre. To obey be or the Barbecre will be into all one chi. When you do somebody we say be what the barbecue, the same person who we in Mozambique or kind.
What fusa by?
A few moments later.
How sorry I'm Uska. That's the source of your income. That's the source of your income.
The same guy now, all complaining say be or the barbecue no. I said, dear, or Busa say, or Busa Ajagraja, say, Ajagraja, and my matcher the source of income. One who complain, say, or the Via Babachere. Hey, wow, Mr. Bitia guy, we are, we say, or air or Cassa, send the video on 2 hours job on away. And because say, well, freestyle, do one man, so or Cassa, no, the real, say, what can we before, no, what can we say before, no, on the Cassa, it's not going to muscle. The chili phones will be empty. Almost shouldn't see the work out. Almost at the moment. Or 2 minutes better than real video. Can last 2 minutes, you know. Into us or more record do so. Or casacono. Now I said there will be a cassette before. No, when I work cassette now. We need new song will be. I know what's I record new song about cassette. So now I have old one. Bibi sana netie. Sana netie the phone almost here. Almost shouldn't see the work can. Or casaconi and or more video work before. Or no one was on what's here. When I will complaining the whole time, say, Ajagraja be beer on the barbecue. After the spray, crap, no, be to spray the crap, after they ask him, Obi home bon, Obi home bonting or koto spray. Or to spray be pray, the home bon, wouldn't a mile come out be fear, wouldn't spray this one. And so Obi home bonting or koto spray. Who complaining? So, what the way barbecue or the way barbecue or the way barbecue. Wow, the same video no more, no, said, baby, will say, Omra baby, a winner source of income, Mr. Who, what about baby, a winner source of income? People say, question, a credible people say, source of income, and now both. People say, what's sweaty? You have sweat to buy your answer to achieve, and answer to get whatever you want. With the talk car. We see show proof, keke, and no, I attempted it. What the whole question will be so we show the source of income. Hypocrisy now make catch a month when it begin. They are same. Me that's highest papa join what I said. Okay, what person will join? We see a tap screen so. Mr. Ben Moshe or a liar or a manipulator, a deceiver, intentionally. You be exposed when the beyond what I say. So we John who say we a Ben Moshe follower. Now Ben Moshe they won't control. Obi me say Ben Moshe doesn't lie. He is more honest than some pastors in Ghana. I'm not here to defend Nkofobi from all pastors. Clearly Omudiato. I'm not here to defend them. Menye Obi defender say Obi friend who Christonia. And also because we are Christian, we be Bible now. Therefore, no, I support and I say defend him automatically. Daddy, depending the way the Bible ne. The same thing applies to me. Say me because me Christian, you know, me dey closer to me come me see her say no. Say me Bible na me din sem huna. The o Christian papa no. O me support me just because me say me Christian no. O be correct me. O be bo machi. O be kire me say there be say to say ma wo ka wa say nyesa na Bible no kire. Sa na tie. E Bible na authority. Nti me nye perfect Christian. Nti say me hu say me din sem hunu bia. Men ka say e sa na Bible no kire me da bi. E me na me the Bible na to ncha na me ye de me pese me ye. Enye Bible ne fault. So what I say na nti me ndi ha say to defend obi of friend pastor. Daddy. Ben Moshe azan na azan a wobotimi aton na why yen Ghana for you for bi o modwen say ye Ben Moshe be kan bia ye no kore no a omunhumfo so bia o Ben Moshe ho no e na ye expose kire o e na obi aso ba ha say na at long last no omoje tum say e yampa de o kan na nye no kore e na so the new one aba old topic na da ho no e da ase ho no old topics na da ho no but new one aba new one sa o bi one because e Ben Moshe de bia o twanto. So and the audio no new audio na right from the beginning because they are now for about who the kasafa ho. The audio no multiple times said the amount for who say Ben Moshe is a liar. Speaking about the Bible no who can't throw historically we can't throw your culture more we can't throw. He doesn't know so why exist and also why exist. In another video was in Nabusian 4 honor. So what I say na. Enti musta screen is mama okay ma huso mapa house Musa Lavri wa hase me da se. Okay, highest papa me da se. Highest papa Prince Jello me da se wo so wa join ne. Wo join na tap screen hey ke Nike a join ne. E be ya se o. Nike me da se. Tap screen so no ne tag Ben Moshe etiminya time. Se me can say imagine se ka maybe be ma no can say oh Ghana for yeko World Cup we say no nyame ya kire me say tie bi o me say nyame ya kire me say Ghana for be she Colombia 4-0 ka me can statement we keke e wo liar en ka obeye video fa me ho se mo hwe nyame bia nyi kire o no say eni obenye time o enfa ho ne say bia me wodi anase mini di obia kase nyame say na o kan sem hunu bia na Ben Moshe nya ho time e kosafa ni papa no ho no but ono ne tro na wo twa no en say onya time e ma respond ne tro no entimi nya time e ma ha say e di entra because na to beda ho no point ni nyina no na to beda ho no e na wagya ne followers no say omomum kokwe damage control almost ba hase ya enim kwase poto to say ancestral ni no enso ba ha one time no enim kwase enya no nti no wafa afutuo no ancestral wafa afutuo na ba mo she de ma no mebo a say mo forget this and go be say focus on Bible no so no and the Bible so ne yewo Bible no so ene yewo say mo be hunu bi wa hase okay e highest papa wo ho no ma me chia wo
wa me joso
me ma no bole me kakra ha o te me ka
me te o kasa ndi mu da opa
me da say okay now we voice no mu yellow light one enti also beti ma akasa kakra na ye hye dwumadi na say okay
yeah de said you okay na ye dwuma ye be wa ha ne say Avraham ne friend who say or a beautiful soul and or a honest person and sebi so what the common sense in eye adwuma na wo no emra bi anchekere wo de a wo ka asem no later wo hu say entro a you being an honest person over out no abeka say make asem we ebre bi sa asem no mako check enye no kre make asem we ni asem we ebre bi historically eni ho make asem we na ho no at least ya acknowledge say we practice in some na wo kafa ho no na wo de why who say we monitor asem obi beka bia no wo be fa abekirikirem wo be fa e de ayede agu nipa ni ma sa na ase ate nipa ne to wo de ma menka ne sa ba wo na nkasa wo nsem a wakeka to ho no a nsem ni ho no instead of you to come out and say asem we mi kan asem we ye ntro no wo ma out and wo try say wo pretend as you say unhu ye because your videos ni bi or I think one of my videos be me who say obesere ye our comment section ase meaning say niema ye nyina wo hu but onim say oni ontimi meyi ano enti no sa dia me ignore mo enti na me ka say Avraham enye say onsuro ensem na ye ka no but onim say number no endorse yet enti obetimi aye then I ignore. So what I say, the same way when him say or touch your friends ajagraja or numbers into no benya and confirm or be there be jinaswati, you know. But or no ankasan say my waki katua, yes, we are to know, or yen agents of ever out, abi yano. Meaning say when you honest person said you no no okano. And your boss wa mona we the followers, you know. And ka say who no who say when you're brainwashed and you are not in any religion. In Tinkamomo crowd here. Moon shut down and who embo a kubi to the extent say you refuse to think, you refuse to analyze issues based on assembly yekano. So what I say, because me sana kamihuno, momo de and kamu ni any religion be mu, but minim say you common sense a court, and I know. But in kasadi mumu huno no, muni religion be mu, and ka say ubi ka sama no matter who the person is. And kamu mutimi ba eba out because oh, asem we de Abraham me penasem, but na asem we de entro. I think say me de bema master class. Ono na ya sometimes who say or you're honest when it comes to issues like this. Otimi can say, oh, historically, and I'm here, check my boy, try say me manipulate research na me no, but yeah, but still I answer with it means that so what I say, any one crowdphobia or her, they don't care about the truth. Need the end say, Abraham no crime make his claim neither. Or me video be am the chat or okay say ngofobi or mukasa omo pe wasema asem nsem huru bi abeke biano they support. And it seems that some of the followers, you know, almost fall into that category. And they say you're exposing intro. If you have any counter claim be an explanation, you come up and defend. Sana Meka.
Into what and I say ni say ye attack it, ye fabricate it and send be a coup. So without any evidence and as references. They may he's a liar now, and I say he lied now. You will pure evidence. Indigenous way they cancel statement we say. So it is a old join here. Me who say you per se tarnish the image of Ben Moshe. Debbie, and yet say why a mistake. I said the 1 year audio Ben Moshe I audio say to the board more I said no I mistake grandpa ye focus on the mistakes Debbie. So be a mistake no genuine phone so to man or Bob on temper correcting itself. So what about Montreal correct to say at least no what educated amount for no do what you say. What I said was a mistake and this is the correct one. So what I said. But ultimately claim say you made a mistake, then you ignore the mistake no. Why won't touch a mistake no? What specific and I say particularly what the mistake was. Can be for mistake no. Now was a jana to one sano. Now who follow recipe on one platform should defend what you yourself has considered to be a mistake. So what they said, and we are intentional because he's like he doesn't want to touch maybe or no claims why a mistake. Yeah, there's a way we try to because there is a difference between making a mistake and lying. So it will try to clearly. Or no, they would have truly followers in the say he made a mistake. But where is the mistake? And how do you like correct that mistake? Obey then one yenesa. Almost said it, you know. And the followers need to one man almost teacher a foot will be an Sachara womo say Ben Moshe could defend Ben Moshe blindly, sir, and yes, I'll be there. Ubuku when you so they are two me at me the follow back. Be I know where Ben Moshe follow a chance to a creative new platform, it is support to Ben Moshe, Eddie promo to Ben Moshe, any could Ben Moshe on Sano. And it is a man who say, oh, can't throw any no crap person and make cana. You will be there, Medica farm. Me nyashi frame say me fabricate bia beto be Moshe so me nyashi frame but who say amanfo aton wo ma adwene too much dey ama be Moshe to the extent say whatever he says no they believe it ni follow back say no ba obekan na me mo nkyere mo na ma any program no so okay one of his followers now ono so odidi wo be Moshe ho no is no a crime person odidi wo be Moshe ho ofa be Moshe videos a no wada ase ho no on ka hwe no so soliti no was re na amanfo like ha no ano no onye ono po nkasa wo onye muntiero o ka wa say okay muntiero
do you agree with Abraham Cleveland? And we agree. We are the followers of Avraham Ben Moshe. They agree with pure baby Bia.
Yes. So what's it kind? Ye agree with bibia whatever bia. Everything Ben Moshe will bring, they agree. It's the Ben Moshe Bano baby chantro, the piece of family for inventing the New Testament now. They don't have to go and do any research, they agree. The Ben Moshe Bano say Jesus Christ in the Bible was invented. They don't have to go and do any research, they agree.
Hello, bro. Mentima basa na waka na mukakra.
Bema, maybe Jeff, maybe okay. Okay. That is why now it is very necessary for us, to educate our youth, our people, So don't sell your brain, man. Don't why doing yama Ben Moshe, because on social media, so on Pewasema, everything that you do, he will try to find fault. Now he portrays, manipulate a man for an argument and say I direct auto spray perfume or say I direct home to auto spray baby is what I say, and now he's trying to manipulate the people to have a different understanding and baby says I not here after the Adriana cry you go so form I didn't tell you go again so form so I didn't go again so form what I said I didn't tell you no one be or back so long as the team it's Jeff but they make us also be become Casafa we say Funiana.
I just can't catch up or live now.
Okay. Yeah. Something small. What do you want to say? Audio
like I was saying, the now canon I said a topic near Avraham lied, prove me wrong. You understand?
Exactly, yes.
And everybody knows that Avraham Moshe is about common sense. What I say? And I can common sense. Common sense in a bitch say, all the silver sea jasso. Maybe wako baby will buy no silver na shishi e hu nyina asoko o se me say kosuma hwese silver na abia. That's a common sense. You know, I have to tell you say silver na I kokko no abin tu no sa shima be show on the mission no it is say we fie no say we mo ayede ayetum agrade ebubum na so obi pia obi na be catch say kofa umbrella kita on the mission and here common sense. And a common sense be able say ensuafo obi na yetime yi na o se me de come me sofo amana question what I say common sense bet yourself and go hospital and go treating on the mature yes and so now talking about common sense awakening otie awakening and any panso working crowd their mistakes attached to it
common sense be a unam Ghana or munya guess ni be a wicho man wa hwe mo na yes
and no any part of awakening no. What I say?
And no common sense and I say common sense.
No, and no yet here. And only on no nakasano. The message in the kitano no different from the personality no.
But people say no common sense and I say common sense.
Listen, the okano or say who say nipa nakasano or like on tibia.
What answer my question? I mean, who answer first? Okay.
You see,
my answer my bo be a dion. And so what I was attributed to. It's because say obi na obi ho no chira man for say munjima ni unya man bia no wa hwibi o te say na unya no wa chile and common sense and I say enye common sense
and you on TMA you have to have a common sense to differentiate. I don't know person question now be something. You have to have a common sense.
People say say me o ha say na me chira man for say hey asase we say so no ya ma magi bibia wo ha say okay say wo bra kaka na unya sika kakra bia unya mara na wa hwibi unya bibia drink bia na wa chire na wa no bi wo just na say na wo me chira man for eno common sense and say enye common sense
that no what enye no preach just be have to
say bro Jeff
no
me say ti ha say na me cancel statement we are and no
you have to have a message to no he has a he has a message of common sense. TMA.
Yes, answer my question. Not simple.
No. You just jump.
I was listening to whatever you said.
Jump into judgment.
I jump into judgment. I want to jump into
coming out now. He came with a message.
Bro, Jeff,
or no?
Jeff, listen carefully. Okay. One moment, what common sense means. No.
Yes.
One moment examples. No.
Yes.
Who the silver sea so now I want to but I share. Common sense will say I don't so call any question that some examples. So what you say now? And I'm to make my example from my side.
Okay.
My example we say one more be heading.
Okay, but
my example from my side.
Okay, I want to ask you. I want to ask you. What is wrong? What is wrong with having sex with multiple women?
Don't ask me anything yet. Answer me my question first, then you can ask me.
Okay, ask me the question again.
Okay, and me say, so me should be chairman for say, and I say me kasa chairman for the chair. So we have from Kobe
Yes.
Ghana man, unya bia na washi bi.
Yes.
Bi, what you say na? Now unya san wa twetwe bi. What you say? So we have from Kobe bia. And no common sense, and I say common sense.
It's a common sense. It's a common sense.
Simple. It is near who. It is no. Answer no my answer no. Okay, fine. Yanko.
Yeah. They make can say a common sense, and the Abraham preaching about awakening. What I say, we are not stupid on the channel. And Abraham or a researcher, but on your researcher to the extent say. Say be out Ghana no read books or looking internet in this manner. I know it doesn't make you a good researcher. What I say? So already about Egypt, they say some things happen there. Oh, Bible Nima is written. Oh, Egypt is written in the Bible. What kind? You are against it. You have not traveled to the place to see. Say, hey, Adi Omokan and Crew. The things in the Bible, Oko Egypt. Have you traveled to Egypt before? So Oko Egypt, you see, say, okay, these things were there, but they're not written in the Bible. And you ask questions, say, why are these here but not in the Bible? Then they will give you, say, okay, so open that information where you have to go to this place. You have to read this book. You can borrow this book, sit here and read. What I say? On that kind
okay, just to point in so I mean because
common sense now on the Ghana no awakening. These things in your idea, I was think somebody I'll say Ghanaian youth or now say I'm doing common sense, I'm preaching common sense into the people of Ghanaian. What I say, and you know, it's not any idea like we as a nation, as a youth, like we youth, you know, you better say. Or being preaching common sense and yet the MIA. So it means that we are fools. Do you understand?
No, okay. Yeah. Okay. And hold on, okay?
Yeah.
Point now, I will make but I will not say we are fools. Maybe say we are ignorant. Okay. Maybe that's what I will say.
Okay.
We are ignorant. Okay. And because say we are ignorant now, somebody is here to teach us common sense. You know? That person that he is teaching us common sense, does he have to also have common sense and also at least be honest? And I say he should use lies to teach us common sense.
Listen, we had stories. If you want to speak to
bro, me put a question now. Me person will answer my question. Answer what counsel there. The person now who is here to teach us common sense, no?
Yeah, you are interviewing. You understand?
No, we are having a conversation.
No. Listen. No, this is not a conversation. You are interviewing me. Yes. You should know a conversation and an interview.
Jeff.
Yes. We have speak almost maybe like 2 minutes or 1 minute.
No,
but you have asked me like 3 questions, and I have never asked you a question.
Jeff.
Yes.
The reason is, Ubisami Asema, I need to answer and throw back a question be amo na misuma trama. But Matiwa so Obusawa Asema now what put Avraham into the context and try to explain. Because
we are talking about Avraham.
Exactly.
No. Yeah, and so we have free every context. No. The topic is about Avraham. And so Kasana we Avraham free topic, but you're wrong.
Jeff, Mimi Abotrek sad to say a host, no. What I say, or no,
we
then you start explaining things. And yes,
this is a conversation. And also who said
before say no.
We're coming back to common sense. Common sense is a bit much. Say me and this guy, you have a conversation, but or turning it into interview. That's yes. Also, by and also so Busa Wasema. Did you hear me say me Busa on Asem?
Anyway, answer the question, Busa.
Okay, TB, okay. Sisiano, you are here. Said your Kasano. You are here not to like to teach us and also tell us the point view and also the viewpoint of Avraham Ben Moshe and what he is doing. The common sense. This is what he's teaching and what you are saying. And say it is because Ghanaians are fools. Okay, that is what you say. And yes. That's why now it is even necessary for a guy like him to come and teach us. And I'm asking you, say, okay. Since we are ignorant, you know, from Mimi point of view, you know, and somebody have seen is taking advantage. That's what how Mimi view Niema we say, you know.
Yeah.
The person now who is here to teach us common sense, you know, does he has to be honest? And I say he has to be using tricks, manipulation, lies, fabrications to teach us common sense. Or common sense will teach us the person has to be honest and be sincere with the people. Which is it? Which is which?
So all learning people communication now who the way see in the pakasa. What I say? There are some part also all these stories bem. You have to create jokes.
I didn't say jokes. I say lies. It's the person that he has to be honest. TBO. If you're not honest, you are dishonest. What I say? Does he? I'm not saying you don't be funny, but Moshe is a very funny guy.
No. Yeah, and I make sure say public communication. Public communication, no. Public, and your military. What I say, now be making orders. On the mission, and I only mood will be wow detail. What I say, and I was saying you have to go to everybody's rhythm. What I say now flow with them.
Okay, so does the person has to be honest, or are you? So are you? Okay, let's say if the politician is making his amendment and answer whatever they call manifesto, okay, and then so are you saying that is valid if they lie to the public? This is what I'll go and do. This is what I will do. This is what I will do. Is it valid?
Answer all the politician here example. Okay, politician aba utie say
Jeff.
I want to answer you. I want to answer you.
Yes or no?
I want to answer you. I want to answer you. Listen.
Okay, so is the politician is it valid? Yes or no?
Should I make a promise? Is
it yes or no, bro? Yes or no? Never responding. Yes or no?
That's why I'm saying you're not having. We are not having a conversation. You are interviewing.
Because I want to.
I want you to agree to it. Say you are interviewing, not a conversation.
Okay, in the interview, however you will take it. Is it yes or
yes?
No?
Yeah. Come again with the question.
If the politician says things that he is going to do, but it clearly lies, but according to you, it is allowed. It is because there's a way of communication. He has to make certain ways. So that means that if the politician does it now, is it a valid way not to do things? And I say it's a lie.
It's a lie.
It's honest and so it's a lie. Why is it a lie? But when it comes to Ben Moshe, when I'm saying it's Ben Moshe, who is coming to teach us common sense, if he is lying, manipulating, deceiving people now, is it valid? Is it a good way and not a bad way?
Like me, I noticed on some ways or ways, and as the things I was talking about, it was a lie. Can you specify that?
Okay, I'm gonna do that. Okay, say politician one Busam BBI wants Ben Moshe say, can I clarify? Okay, I'll clarify.
We are talking about Ben Moshe, and to me, politician. Just an example.
Okay, I want to get an answer from you.
Yeah.
If Ben Moshe does it now, is it valid? Is it good? And I say, is it bad?
It's a lie.
It's a lie.
On the context of the message, on the context of the message now, they ban. What I say? If he lies, it's lie.
Is it a good and I say a bad? The one that he's coming to teach us common sense. If he is a liar, is it a good thing and I say a bad thing?
Listen, brought here. And I make us a message in any panel day ban. Utie message na any panel day ban. No. Message na any panel day ban. Utie and your cassette or my anti proverbs.
Bro.
Is
it a lie? What is wrong with this guy, Jeff?
Yes.
You
can't try Titi. Say me casem and I say sofo bi use Bible no twan try twan draw enya afi na me ba be ka say ena ebia no chirem ade na wutimi nye straightforward Avraham casem na asem no kohwehwem especially ebia o kan historical o make historical claim ya ko check eni ho ntro wuhia context ben what context do you need?
Okay, wait though.
It is obi busa wa
claim or making historical claim wa ko check eni ho. What's I say? The claims no, or making reference to a book, to a website, and also or call site na the NC, and I was wako and then you're true.
Avraham needs some okay now or mouse source. Well, Avraham is some can or mouse.
Yes, and I also who say,
source.
One mouse source no. Now what question sources no na wrong.
Or my source be a bro, my source be.
Yes, so Abraham Masosa. Oh now oba say you say what Abraham said no was wrong or no. Are you gonna give us a source?
Of course we can, okay. And what to boy say Jeff mama enough time or say ya. We just talking. Okay, yeah. No, but me per se oh.
Yeah.
The guy now you are here to defend and I say you are
I'm
like
not here to
trying
defend. I'm not here to defend. I'm main defend Obia. I'm a common sense family member.
What is wrong?
No.
Are you saying we are wasting almost 10 minutes in speaking, no? And
No.
what Tobo TJ make us mama no see. More than 10 minutes now we are speaking at probably. I don't know the time, no. This is not it's not you defending Ben Moshe. You telling us say what
No.
By the way, okay.
Yes.
Mama no see this video no is going to be posted on YouTube. Okay, Sethoo SSK on YouTube. After that, no, I want you to go and watch playback and see. Say if you are here defending Ben Moshe and also not defending Ben Moshe, Nana. Who will say we are saying say Ben Moshe lied, no? We should point to you, no, where he lied. Maybe what?
Yes.
So have you never heard Ben Moshe lie before?
That's what I. Wait, no, you are making interviews, so not a conversation, no.
Bro, answer the question. Have you? So you yes or no?
Bro,
This simple question.
I will not be spending my time in answering question Avraham Moshe videos. So.
The time when I was spending, I don't know. Have you seen him lie before?
I know Avraham Moshe is a message carrier of common sense family for Ghanaian youth. No. You understand? So far, as my name is John Dramani Mahama, president of Ghana. No. If you mention Avraham Moshe, what comes into my
wait, my member audio now, okay? My member audio
because wait. So latest form. Oh, was about 3.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe say audio no tie be okay. Jeff, Mr. White tie audio ni me busa a question because CSF for no muntie audio na Ben Moshe and say mo ka fa Bible no ho ha say ni carefully we be busa question ho. Na ya answer to my mefa other people so mbra bi because me say CSF no mutie okay we CSF ni a mame hu so we CSF ni a okay na muntie asaba Ben Moshe kan wa say no na ewi a ye expose no intro no because the guy no or is such a liar me ba me me CSF ba okay Razak me hu so Razak onye CSF me ba CSF I'm for people I request say almost any one be one.
We the boy no my should go through me should who
okay. What if what do I be me you know so okay.
The light go good here.
Razak, you steady. Okay. It may bo audio no, me can say me born the beginning to me bo audio no, okay. DJ VIP so we CSF no okay. Highest papa myself and never top okay. Muntie Ben Moshe speaking about the Bible, quoting Bible verses and things he's going to say about the Bible. No. Now you interested Ben Moshe, is he an honest person, another a liar, a deceiver, another manipulator, whatever our be friend be are. Yeah, tieno.
Yes, I want to smoke since 12 years. I'm shocked, no 12 years. According to Talmud, 12 years. Now begin to Jewish rabbis.
Or say, oh, what am I member? Mr. Mama, you're sorry. Yes, I say for
yes, I want to smoke since 12 years. I'm shocked, no 12 years. According to Talmud, 12 years. Now begin to Jewish rabbis. Coming to quote Talmud, which is subject to different interpretation and people's opinion. Why is it here quoting people's opinion? Huh? I quote what is written. For that 12 years, you're well in my kingdom. First Kings, okay, chapter 1, verse 1 to 4. And like a
First Kings 1. First Kings 1, verse number 1.
First Kings 1, verse 1 to 4.
Was it? Or did David Abakra?
What? Why are they?
Now he David Abakra.
Or he David, no one Abakra.
Who did they be?
We did not be.
Now what the twice got so?
Now what you know? Not to feed. Now some them are here. Tell it. You know who sound. Now what you will do?
Let's the home energy.
Now still. Give you one energy.
It's in the quality.
And I don't know what was our problem. I don't be a meeting. I say,
Moshe, Ababa, or you will be embraced or near me.
You'll go bring young girl. Well, fresh meat. Well, I'm finding you are watching.
The object in the
homage that David
now on the chef.
Now on your chef.
Now on the cuckoo.
Now said David Cordana to one. Young girl. Well, and David. Young Killer. Oh, on my motivation. Now on the David Cuckoo.
Number Moshe.
Not David in your heat.
Because Obaba or Freddy be if Israel as she name.
And you compare Obama, what for Israel, she name.
No sooner Absak.
Oh, Absak.
What did bring him?
And you didn't pray David, but don't see David Harry. But who need them more? Sorry, you. Say one you and the right hand and your son for the come to us.
Was it?
Yes.
Now, Baba, who is a pa?
No more for pa.
Now, you're hitting a for.
Now, you're working extra for.
Now, also,
now, also,
now, I didn't
now, David Nana. we say we almost David Darry, but or worry, young girl at the neck.
Okay. Eti munyina mati audio no. According to Ben Moshe, 1 Kings chapter 1.
There is a sound. Efinfa.
Oma restricted identity. Oma send it people say oma restricted. Okay, oma restricted. But ebe twas still now. Okay. According to Ben Moshe, me ba mame according to Ben Moshe, okay. Okay, 1 Kings chapter 1, verse number 1, chapter 1, verse number 1 to 4. Sana okay on or say King David, ye ko ware abofra, ye ware or wale abofra with 12 years. Okay, 12 years in your ma different book. In fear no, in the Bible, num say odi 12 years. Bibi say bien no. And or quote two book for was Talmud. On no Ben Moshe no in different video no, recent video no. Obejina onom can say Talmud no enkofo book ni amount for nsem. What they say no personal opinion. Talmud no Christo ni for yenjina Talmud no so. Christo ni bia nge Talmud ni ntum say authoritative e so. Enti say wo jeje yen Christopher na untimi nkofa Talmud no ma mejeje. Endi any authority. It's the bia oni enkremoni bia wo ye shia e na enkremoni bia wo ye sunni. Se sunni ni no se woni na kasa mitimi nkofa shia for sources no e ma me question sunni no on just shia for sources ni ndi. So what they say na enti bibi say Ben Moshe on twene ho onisu common sense ni nka say dabi a Christopher mo ngi Talmud ni ndi enti ye mfa Talmud ni nko question Christopher dabi onye sa common sense na I disappear. But Jeff what say the okan wa ha say no. Jeff,
meti the okay.
Based on Ben Moshe, David eware abofra na so ware abofra.
According to Ben Moshe no, eno yo ono ne video ne interview so why. And like all can Ben Moshe as someone I'll make you reference not to. I'll make you reference to Ben Moshe. What I say? Then I will criticizing. No. Reference Ben will make it to once I'm now can.
I said Ben Mamaka.
What's my okay and say we Christians, you know. We Christians na any reference. At one will make you reference to a Bible chapter. Say koshe, what koshe?
Makoshe. Now also
koshe no.
Bro.
Listen.
Me say according to Ben Moshe no.
Obi are criticizing no. What can I say? I'll make you reference. And what referencing it? No, highest papa tie. And what the video no. What they your reference? All criticizing no. All reference against on the reference now way.
But me say you breaking down now who criticism.
And you're breaking down assemble. What I say? All criticize you be. Who see people no chantro.
Jeff, claim Bena utie video na mbese muso utie ya.
Also be a chantro, no crow. And na common sense no be say.
Jeff, utie video no. Message be na unya free video na be mu share message be na unya free.
Walk for obi video I be play criticizing no. And if I make you reference.
I mean short video kwa utie video.
I'll make you reference. Jeff. I'm making a reference. What name me reference?
Jeff. I'm a chapter. Question better me busa Jeff.
Listen. When now you know, I think what can I say? Sabotaging. Because
question better me busa. Yes,
why robot? Why is a robot? You see, some people they talk, they don't listen. I said, oh, you busa question. Was what your research? What guys Bible Jinan verse 1 to but instead of you to apply the common sense and say, oh, me share intimate my main question. Ujina to two questions.
Amazing. Mame Musa DJ VIP wo hono.
Oni na edi watam ni timpese me hwese ono suso no obetimi answer.
DJ VIP odi atem wase hono. Okay, DJ VIP wo hono.
Okay, for me chawo.
Big fat no me da se me joso. DJ VIP wo honom.
Ya mo pa.
That is so di atemu ase honom bibi aboko de.
Mbofu pa.
Okay, nti dey na show before sabe mo she intro na afa na won say show before na say dey.
Oh, minti minka say ojo intro and asa o kan kura. But
I don't know bit ma
ya ma hunu. Ade ya ma hunu say ne nchechira o chire nyina no. E ya ade a be boy tuntumfo. Enfa no say o ye kramoni and I say ye o ye kristoni. O de kan kura.
Okay, tobo. Okay.
Meba.
Tobo, meba. What can statement be was say na? Me pese eye clear. Wo se ne nchire na wo ye no. E ya ade a ebeboa ye atuntumfo. Okay, sana wo kan statement we say no okay.
Yes.
Video no utie video na o ye o kan o ha say no.
Utie pa.
Okay, enti asem no wo kan. Asem no kan.
Okay, asem no sa wa kan na bia wa hu say entro a. Nti nsem bebrebe a wa kan nyina say we nko abe entro a ye problem ana. Okay,
there be any problem cramp na okay. Wo na wo say ensem a wo kan no ebebo atuntumfo ni nyina. Nti say wo say baby o ma wo tobo Matia say nti say ensem bi wo wa kan eye ntro a say de waje atum say we mpo na eye ntro na say esese ye bo hu de roma manfo hu say ensem we nko ade ye ntro say eye face ye be yes ana.
Yes.
Enti eni kwan say yebu ye ni go so just because say obi kan sem 10 na ni nyina ye no kre na say o kan sem ba ko na enye no kra just because o kan sem 10 na ye no kre no enti yembu ye ni ngo enye no kre no so no because amafo be fa ne say tebi amafo be fa ne say de etoso duba ko no etoso 11 na ye ntro no eno so ye no kre because we din kan no kre edu so what you say
yes enti na mi kan say no say wa kan asem bebre na we nko abeya ntro a yehunu say ni o nipa wa mistake.
Okay, it's mistake in the hand. Catch them mistake in the hand.
Ebia wo akọhun sources na a kire say.
That be wo akasa wutie audio no. Wetie audio no papa.
Matie pa.
It's mistake in the hand.
Me let me hu mistake bia.
Okay, into obo verse now obo and what kind of verse now obo and 1 Kings chapter 1 verse 24.
Me kan ye.
Enti na wo say wonye mistake.
No, me hu say wa ye mistake. Say wo hu a. This say wona obeka ba me de o kan nyina no ma hu say eboa ye tuntumfo no mo.
E be na obi a wo twa won tro no ade e be na entry ade e eboa obi.
Na me bisa asem bi o. Nti kana kura nka Nyankopon pa obo wiase aye.
Dabi. So obi twa won tra. Se obi twa won tra. E be na entro na ya ade e eboa o.
Nti we intro we nko a chese
ye obebre ye ntimi nya adaje nko ni nyina mu uko ye page
na mi so mi obebre a no so kan ya na hu so no kra
eti
Abraham na kasa na edum asem o se ni otrofo no obeka no kra e dia fra ni message nti ono ankasa yusu ni standard ya ha no de ye nyina na Abraham standard a wo set no e na ya ankasa ye yusu o meet sa standard no no gina wa wo set no that's the purpose enyo no na eba be ye enye se oni na eba be ye to say oni na ebe build Africa na wan ho de wo de buy be divert enye sa kabino be kwada sai
asem no se me baso a asem amaka ma boss no de aka mpese mi kire se wie a wo ye be boye no mo amama anka
dabi o me say de ye kan say wo ho ye pese ye ma for ya we say be mo say e deceiver so what say na we control for control intention
say one message so okay say one message
ni
perform
keep repeating one message
and now we say one message
na yesu no kura o ka say odina chi no so no e duru kuru an so say Ewrade nka makuru wa we mparo ade aye ma wa ba ye bia o fulfill no
ye nim say we the script na eba ma we say we the script na eba nti asem na ye kan onya wadwen say wo tackle ono Abraham no ka ye ka say meet on one standard na
ye ba me say me mba ni ntoka ba mpese ye hu say
obi anka say
tie kan asem bi na eto asomu aye say tie
na one say
obi twan tro atasomu ade tina won ti me focus so tb say wo ye badwen ba okay ye nyina ye nkora bi on sa wo ye nyina ye hu say da bi say obi a wo ye badwen ba me boa
Oh, but all kind of straight. Say,
say we by dream by say we by dream by Mr. Me by dream by ubi come and try me so son trono so. So what I say na the one year by dream by no na obeso son troso ubi try troso nyɛ obo ko fini e
ya hu say assembly our kan no kure we our kan no kure yes say ya gimi on.
Okay, so who say e no kure exactly say we by dream by who say e no kure dia nti ye analyze here say e no kure. So what I say hone abadwen ba na hone ha na ebe church ne ma ase because ha na abadwen ba ye obi ka bibia na we say yentro we say no kra ne ya ye ya analyze ne ya hwese de no kra no ye nka se yemfa ne sa e na ye abadwen ba waze me hu se me abadwen ba
person make no
Debi enya point na ba
me nya wo point no
enya point na person make no mo mama make ba person mu nyina mu se Debi e say ye Christosom ana say Moses som no ni nyina embo ye tuntumfo
Debi na wo de na chese
common sense som na be boy na common sense som na o de ntro na e be boy
DJ de o kan enya de o no be
me say common sense de be use but they say
Sethoo 1 minute Sethoo 1 minute DJ yeah DJ me divert kakre
okay that
Avraham message no since oba any message no any Christosom ni Christopher no a message na emboa bibima mu no e den na ono Avraham no wasiesi ho aside say all enjoy the Christopher mumu bebre mu school a missionary school a Christopher ne see here mu hospital a Christopher ne see here na mo na mo bragi asip say mo
na drag you be personally like also
obi ka ono Abraham ni echi ajabraja e bono sa
okay mama kaso no for kasa me be problem
okay DJ VIP to moment so to bo okay obi e me on for the meantime okay because the DJ VIP point na e wa say ne say Ben Moshe or a leader of a movement in a feeding no so what I say na and I'm out for Ginidi whatever Ben Moshe says no I'm out for taking it say he is telling the truth and Ben Moshe was quote to Bible verse and I was speaking about King David and say and me the Bible verse topic we by because people say what Ben Moshe says about history there you can make mistakes and then and I'm say okay in the Bible no this one he's speaking in the Bible what quote to Bible verse and what can say my share one ma any Bible no sir and also still now no what kind of correct DJ DJ me say me bobion me find the screen so maybe I'm reaching the screen so too much no
and mo pesa we kire ma asemu
wo kire we mu wi asa wo kire we mu wi a no wa kire wa asemu okay me bobion me bo audio ni bi okay tobo me bo audio ni bi tie di bi o me fa muntie o tie ni de Ben Moshe kan because
you grab all chin dey wo no yes I want to get 12 years I'm sure not 12 years according to Talmud 12 years now big Jewish rabbis coming to quote Talmud which is subject to different interpretation and people's opinion. Do I sit here quoting people's opinion? I quote what is written. After that 12 years, yeah, well, I'm King David. First Kings, okay, chapter 1, verse 1 to 4. And like a sorry,
First Kings 1. First Kings 1, verse number 1.
First Kings 1, verse 1 to 4.
Was it? Or he David Abakra?
What? Why are they?
Now he David Abakra.
Or he David? No, Abakra.
We didn't be.
We didn't be.
Now what the Twilight Katan so?
Now what you know? Not to feed. Now some people are telling. Yeah, now what was out? Now what you will do?
That's the whole idea. She.
Now still. This is the one you're saying.
It's in the Kuala Kachense.
And I don't know what's out of Pema. I don't be a meeting cassette.
Moshe, Ababa, or you're about to be every of Nero.
Don't copy, don't kill people. Fresh meat. I'm not going to do
now, object in the
David.
now, on your phone.
On your shuffle.
Now, on the Kukumu.
Now, said David Cordana to one. John Keller, and David John Keller, on my motivation. Now, on the David Kukumu.
Number of any Moshe,
not David in your heat, Kakra.
Local ship of Baba, or Freddy, if you try, I see them.
And you compare or ban warfare with Israel.
No sooner. Abisak.
Outside.
What did you
And you didn't play David, but don't see David Harry. But won't need them go. Sorry, you. Say one you and
Look at
and
this.
some to come to us.
Was it?
Yes.
Now, what about who is a pa?
No more for
Now, you're hitting us for.
Now, boy, or can Esha for.
Now, also,
Now, also.
now, hitting a no.
Now, David, Nana, yeah, it was say we also David Harry, but Wale, John get at the neck.
Okay, enti masabo the second time you munyina motive okay.
So where is
Big
the
fat
lie?
no, big fat no.
Where is the
Big fat no.
lie?
I comment say where is the
Where
lie?
is the
Okay.
Can we
DJ, what is big fat me ba tobo me ba DJ VIP.
Where is the
What say the
lie?
okan no?
Ma pa.
Okay, enti be mo show asem na okan o kafa David ho.
Okay, David asem no oka no. Say entro na wa twa. Na say we ni mi say wa ye. E na ade ba kwa me say
DJ Unchan Sana o Bible ni min.
Me say asem na o kafa David ho sana me bisa wo.
Me pese
What say asem o say David aye den we den.
Okay, me pese hu say so ye Kristo ni ana say Moses am pese hu say Nyankopon ye kese.
DJ the o kan enye no muti o.
DJ VIP one more time.
No.
Asem na be mo she kafa King David ho.
No, asema na me chire mo wa mama nchire nti se wa kan we so a David asema wo kan no se ye ntrompo a ba de mpese hunu se
me busa os me kare me busa o se enye ntro me se o kan sign the fact King David o kan sign o kan
se matie nti me ko research ye nti ma ko research se me ko research na me se ye ntro a na metima aka se ye ntro na otwa but ye o kan de se me
DJ
okay
where is the lie?
Yes sir big fat lie busa say where is the lie? What did he say about King David?
He said King David in his old age, Yaware Abishak Mano. That's the translation. And he already had 18 wives.
Okay,
so he was
just hold on. Who possesses where is the lie? Okay.
Yeah, people like
First Kings chapter 1 to 4.
From 1 to 4, yeah.
Okay, point show us where it said King David married Abishak. Yeah, man, the time. So what? Say what? Drop? Okay, or be or check.
Drop here. I was going to read from Meme version.
Oh, say I mean say yeah. What free? What? As one me too say for the meantime.
Yeah. Also read from the version. That man on version chrono.
There's so many versions. There's so many versions.
Okay. Yan baby. Or say it's not. There's no lie. But Moshe can say. Or say first of all, beginning. Or say ya wale nema King David. And also I can say King David wale Abishak. Okay. No, 12 years in put the better chain. At the moment, the end chain brother no big fat. Also, where is the lie? Where is the lie? What Ben Moshe is reading from the Bible. No, the Bible no can. Yan baby line and wall. And there's a line in it. Okay. Me that say oh share be okay. Tap screen no my okay. So the make country say energy ni how Ben Moshe be kasa no. Boy, the follow person ko boy chire pon show. They will never go and check. Because how Ben Moshe Kasano, they are already impressed. Am I convinced already? It's Ben Moshe trying to Bible no one. They don't care. So because the Ben Moshe Timia happy enya o ma dwene no am o ma dislike Bible no to the extent say whatever Ben Moshe says no they don't care anymore. So the brother we will say where is the lie? Ati waba back. Are you so waba back?
Oh yeah, my back.
Okay, it's verse number saying they can't say him King David married Abishak. Verse number then because maybe in the Bible has say.
There is no verse that says he married. You said he was given to the king, but he never had sexual relations with her.
Okay, but I say it's verse Ben who say it's to go. Mebusa will say what Ben Moshe is saying. What can say is where is the lie? Ben Moshe is telling the truth.
Yes, where is the lie?
Okay, and Ben Moshe can say King David Abishak.
Yeah, the Abishak man David. That's what.
The verse can say the man. That's what.
To serve the king.
Okay.
So Abishak,
to serve the king.
He mentioned.
Okay, he mentioned, but the man as a wife and as a
to warm his bed. He mentioned. But David never had sexual relations with her. He mentioned. So Rio, he mentioned. Until he was given to the king. So there may be him. Like what else?
Where did King
So
David
where
marry
in the Bible
Abishag?
did it? So where in the Bible did it say Bathsheba was married to David?
Nowhere.
Was he married to David?
Sorry.
Was he married to David?
The Bathsheba now can was because of Abishag.
No, I'm just citing that. It's
Okay,
your
so
own
now
Bible language.
TB.
So where is the lie?
Big fat no TB.
No,
According to you, no. I'm telling you the lie. Did the Bible verse say David married Abishag? Did the Bible say so?
Until there be into so we give people to
yes or no, please.
With your logic, with your same logic. So
now answer the question first, and then you can ask me your question, bro.
Where is the
lie? You are claiming say the verse. No, we just read the verse. No, it's clearly stated. It clearly stated the purpose of the girl. Girl, no, the purpose and the duties of Abaye Wohono. It's stated in there to serve her and to warm him up. Son of Bible on the kind of boy, and then it emphasized. It emphasized. Say David never knew her.
Never knew her.
Exactly. What does that mean?
But he didn't. So what was the intentions? David didn't do it. But the intentions was to warm his bed. And David didn't do. David did warm his bed.
I ain't fan or worry no bra. With the wine.
With your own logic. Debbie, with your own logic.
Idea logic. Would you know say your friend where is the lie? Yes, see.
There's no way you can say I shall crack and warm your bed. So that's what he said.
No, this is
the person. No, this is the thing that the person was talking about.
No, I can't say big fat lie.
The video you're talking about, the contest was on polygamy, and you was using David as an example, an example that even David cried after his 18 marriages. Even David cried after his 18 marriages in the Quran when he was still old, and they felt say, oh, he needed a woman in his life. They still went for Abishag. So the contest, the whole point,
we have the video here, and you
was the elders. The elders suggested, so let's go and find someone. And
but not to marry.
That is what he said. The purpose,
bro.
What Avraham was saying, say. Nimpenyi who said David Crown open ma and for Baba.
Is that what they said? Is that what they said?
Play the video.
Is that what the Bible says? Is that what the Bible says?
Play the video and read. Listen to P. Black was reading. So who suggested Abishag in the first place?
And what was the reason why they suggested Abishag?
Who suggested Abishag in the first place?
What was the reason?
To find someone to tend his bed.
To tend his bed?
To warm him up. Take care
to warm him up.
You know the same thing. More manipulate worse. Now with the artificial.
Yes, I want small girl. 12 years. I'm Shaq, not 12 years.
Or say David Boako Krano. Yes, I Wale 12 years girl. Abishak not 12. Ya Wale Abishak man. According to Bible, Ya Wale Abishak man.
Have you read the Talmud?
Talmud in the Bible.
Have you read the Talmud?
Is the Talmud the Bible?
He referenced two things.
Okay, what
have you read the Talmud?
Debbie, I haven't read the Talmud, Debbie.
He referenced two things.
Are you saying in the Talmud, Abishag was married to King David?
I knew her.
And are you saying in the Talmud, Abishag was married to King David?
No, have you read the Talmud? That is a question.
I'm asking you a question. I gave you an answer already. I said no. I said
you
no.
Haven't
and
read
I'm asking you, in the Talmud, Abishag, was he married to King David? Was she married to King David?
There are certain things we had. They never explicitly say this, but the rule is what they suggest.
I'm asking you a question. I'm saying, according to you, in the Talmud, was Abishag, because in the Bible there is clear. So that's why you are running to the Talmud. When was the Bible?
No, he was a concubine.
Who was a concubine?
Abishag.
Where does he say this? Where does he say this?
Abishag was a concubine.
Where does he say it? The logic now, I don't get you guys, When I was used to common sense,
No, Busa say what ready. Okay, Busa no. We read already and him fa and I can't say or no.
Abishag was a concubine, mainly brought to the palace
bro.
to serve
statement. Where do you get the statement from?
I don't know how I can even share that page crowd with
You can tell us where you are getting this from.
Go to your phone. Go to your phone. Obet me Google Gemini. Say the history between Abishak and King David. Google Gemini cried the bemo. No more Talmud sources now. Just you have the other phone. Just do it and read it for them. I can't share my screen. No, I can't share my screen.
Look at this.
I can't share my screen.
Yes, exactly. Read my.
I can't share my screen. If I leave my screen right now, I'll go like it will take me off.
There be source no go read this source never catch it.
And I may say you just go on your Google Gemini.
There be go source na the full page.
It will give you that Talmud. It will give you that Talmud. It will give you references. It will give you link. The phone is in your hands. Just use the internet to Google it. Read it for the benefit of everybody.
Big fat no.
Read it for the benefit of everybody. The phone is in your hands. Internet. Read it to the benefit of everybody. It will give you the sources to Talmud.
According to Talmud, 12 years. Now, big Jewish rabbis coming to quote Talmud, which is subject to different interpretation and people's opinion. Why is it quoting people's opinion?
According to him, Talmud is credible and I say credible.
According to him, the Talmud to him is not credible. To him, it's not credible. That doesn't mean that is not what is written in it. No, it is two things. And our quoting, right? Also, no, you are reading I'm not defending anybody. I'm not defending anybody. What I'm trying to tell you is say,
he's not defending Bebushe.
I am submitting the MMA canon based on what you are playing.
Okay, maybe
I never argued. No, I never argued.
Okay.
The Talmud is saying, according to him. According to him.
Prince is here or Talmud no. It is obeying here any input now.
According to him. According to him.
Gemini, what did you type in Gemini? Then I was type unya result.
David's relationship with Abishak, according to the Talmud. Now asking some more references.
Why do you go straight according to the Bible?
You can go according to the Bible and read it. You can go according to the Talmud and read it.
Now, because maybe what is David's relationship with
Abishak? According to the Bible and read it, according to the Talmud and read it for the benefit of everybody. You have the phone in your hands, you have the internet. So why does it have to be a very
according to Talmud.
Was Abishak a concubine? You can just these questions, type and read them.
Okay.
And that's for sources.
Now source check your phone. So the same thing.
I am saying say if I go off my phone,
and
it will take me off.
At least you can know the source. Okay, we did not because the source we went to the Sethoo.
And I've given you this is where I checked mine from.
Go there and check. Oh, I'm at your offside. Sorry.
And I may say, this is where I went to check mine from. Go and check.
Okay, Tobo. Okay. Big fat no. Okay. And we say, "Obey me. I can't my wa say okay." So I don't know. Maybe nyankan yo. Maybe nyankan ti. I don't know. Me type who say ne buy. So big fat no.
I'm finding it difficult to read it from the screen now.
But how? It's so big. According to the Babylonian Talmud, Sanhedrin 222a, the relationship.
A blockade I say no like. Yeah, it's blocked some parts of it.
Okay. It's the relationship between King David and Abishak, the Shunammite, was entirely platonic and defined by strict boundaries of Jewish law. despite an assertive request from Abishag herself to change the dynamic. While the biblical narrative in the first book of Kings states that Abishag was brought to elderly king purely to serve as his nurse and provide physical body heat, but king knew her not, the Talmud fill in a dialogue and legal framework of their time together.
Abishag herself wanted to change the dynamic, but the king knew her not.
Hold on. What dynamic did she want to change?
Read it.
Yeah, what dynamic did she want to change?
To change herself from a nurse to a concubine.
Okay, so she wanted to. King David. So,
that is what I've been saying explicitly.
You said she has concubine, and then they married. All this thing. Ben Moshe is lying, and
no,
you were defending Ben Moshe.
Ben Moshe is saying, say. So I was saying, this is what I've been saying. You are not listening to me. This is what I've been saying. So what Ben Moshe was talking about was polygamy. And he was using David as an exemplary figure. Say, God never condemned David having 18 wives. Secondly, when David was in the bed, that is when he quoted the Abishag. So even when David was someone you consider as polygamous. So, but bro, even with the 18 wives, listen, even with the 18 wives, some of them were given to him because they were Saul's wife. And I'm saying, to me,
what is to me? Tobo. I hope say people are listening and watching. This has nothing to do with say I'm trying to tarnish Ben Moshe's image. Debut. And say you want evidence, you will prove and say what Ben Moshe said according to First Kings. No, it's a lie.
According to the Talmud, this is what the dynamic was saying. And according to what you read, it says the Bible did stated explicitly say this is what, and the Talmud also.
What did the Bible state explicitly?
No, the Bible says she was tending the wounds and he knew her not.
Exactly. So there is no sexual relationship. That is not wife material. Only the wife.
That's, and I'm saying from the relationship that had it makes her a concubine. A concubine in their settings. A concubine in their setting.
Okay. The Talmud record Abishag explicitly asked him, but yet twice because the on one is also Jimmy and I saw me Jimmy. And to can say according to Jimmy, she was a concubine. Okay, you know who be as I was saying now.
Me say, according to their memory, she wanted to. Abishag said to the king, "Marry me." Abishag said to the king, "Marry me." Abishag wanted this as a concubine.
Okay. But you said
have I deviated from what I'm saying?
Okay, TB.
Have I deviated from what I am saying?
Big fact no.
And
I
said, but the king didn't knew her.
What she wanted.
If the king had slept with her, if David had slept with her, meaning say, even getting married to Abishag, as a concubine or as a nurse, however that you term it, So I'm saying, say he was not. He hasn't deviated from the message. Say David was polygamous, even in his deathbed.
It's not the point. David was polygamous or not polygamous.
Another person. That is the context of the video you are showing.
But the point. So we are speaking about.
What is the context of the video you are showing?
The context.
Talking about polygamy.
Now we are saying, did he lie about King David marrying Abishag? Did he lie?
From the Talmud gives. So why in the Bible did Abishag say? Why in the Bible? Listen, why in the Bible did Abishag say David marry me? But it's in the Talmud.
But where in the Talmud did he say David married Abishag?
He quoted two different sources.
He said,
as for the Talmud, he's not going to say this. All because
it's okay. It's okay. A liar. Once again.
Me, I don't have time for it too.
Liar.
You see, who say I expose then you need to talk. Just talk for talking sake. I know it. As some no can renew into a diverted and now on in a force no. Who's who no. Avraham United or kind. You know, say clearly it's not there, but you are now trying to get some you be no diverted power. You can't be honest to even say at the end entisa ebi on one de na adwen afa ho no make sa conclusion. Untimi nka bibi sa na according to that. Ye ka say tamu nu kwama ye so sa na gogo na check wade. Aya de kwa and where's the lie? One ka say what?
When they show the screen, no?
Your friend is
Prince. Prince. Yeah, okay, Prince. Okay. It's here we know say according to the Talmud, no. Ben Moshe is like okay, Prince. If an apple say can be biana.
I know we are one of the Talmud about 1 Kings chapter 1 verse 2.
Okay.
Abisha. So you can read it to them.
Okay. Yeah, me who was okay, akosoro kakra. Maneko from kakra. Okay, and they said and they said this again. Asa akosoro me hunu.
Hey, me who pa o.
And they said that his servant and his physician told him that they should ask him for a virgin girl, for since they saw that his strength was exhausted, and they also saw that he should not be warmed only by a man who would warm him with a natural heat in him. Okay, and I can say
not order his wife.
They did not order his wife or concubines to lay down with him and warm him, lest he should wake up to intercourse and weaken him. Okay, look at this. So according to their logic, Talmud, Talmud, and authoritative over us Christians. Okay, but they can't put their wahasi. It is the reason why now they didn't allow the concubines and the wives of David now to do this job. And say because even David and now as I weaken more, we lose energy. Okay, and so they find ubia on your wife or not have any sexual relationship. Bibia ni one. It's married to be any relationship will be any. Ben Moshe and Tro was it or Waleno and twas my Mary. Okay. Okay. If you want to they did not order his wife or concubine to lay with him to warm him, lest he should intercourse with them. So they advised him to ask for a virgin girl, that he would not have a concubine, but to stand before him and serve him, and to have him as an agent in charge of his treasures. So this a wake a cray crampon. I was saying no. It disprove what Ben Moshe is saying. The guy clearly lied. The boy we say big fat nose say, and where is the lie? It says there was a concubine. Clearly look at what he saw the word concubine, and then now he thinks a concubine there. But look at what he says there. So they advised him to ask for a virgin girl, so that he would not have a concubine, but to stand before him. He will not have a concubine, but to stand before him to serve him. Look at this. David had 18 wives, no? Has nothing to do with Ben Moshe lying, say Abishak was married to David. Get the point. David having 18 wives, no, has nothing to do with Ben Moshe again lying, claiming say Abishak was married to David. That is a lie. That is what we are trying to point to people. He is reading the Bible, no. Edu stage, you know, I was say, almost David Nanda, and so now only them honor. So now only them honor. I will complain and say it is possible, and I say any possible. How do you know? Did Abishak wanted to be a concubine? Look at the guy. If she wanted to now, look at this. Just because she wanted to know has nothing to do with David marrying her. Ben Moshe said David married her. But if she wanted to, David didn't want to. David couldn't do so because according to Talmud, because David had 18 wives, Because David had 18 wives, it was not possible. David did not marry her. Where says so? Ben Moshe lied. Brazil for your penalty, my boss. Okay, me say me bo audio no ba bi okay, me bo audio ni bi. Maybe my miss am audio ni be okay. Maybe because the Bemushe and throw we say the ebe expose ni sa oko Bible ni ma entro history so a entro. Was it David Crampo Akokrano? Yes, Sir Wale 12 years girl, Emma David. First king will quote you know, Bibi said be any honor.
According to Talmud, 12 years. Now, big Jewish rabbis coming to quote Talmud.
Was it according to the Talmud 12 years? According to Talmud, Uboku said Talmud in the kind of class, I wish I got 12 years, and Bibi said be any honor. Uboku said Abishak or 12 according to Talmud, and Bibi said be any honor.
Which is subject to different interpretation and people's opinion. Do I sit here quoting people's opinion?
Do I sit here quoting people's opinion? He's calling the Talmud and he said, "Hey, people's opinion." Do I sit here quoting people's opinion? And then once the next week, so some people can be before Bible no be quote to Talmud. And how do we quote to? But obi ba no be challenging no be exposing there. I don't quote Talmud. I don't quote people's opinion. I quote what is written where in the Bible. And how long then they no or accepting what the Bible says. He doesn't quote Talmud. He doesn't quote what people is written, but he quotes what is written in the Bible. According to Ben Moshe, the liar, the deceiver. It was so.
I quote what is written. For that 12 years, you're willing to make it. First things, okay.
I call out 12 years, you're willing to make it. First Kings, into your kind Bible verse, no. Into our Bible, you see, what's the First Kings chapter 1.
Chapter 1, verse 1 to 4.
And to look at how he's calling King David. So, I'm out for Kasa, Yakasa Ben Moshe, you are doing now. I must say, Sethoo did the attempt. Sethoo would the attempt on no count Bible no say no offer King David. Oh, can't throw Atonosono, and I was say, or say Bonacutia, or say friend says, yes, or friend I ring. Okay. I did 1 year, you know.
First Kings 1. First Kings 1 verse number 1.
First Kings 1 verse 1 to 4.
Was it? Oh, he David Abakra.
What? Why are they?
Now he David Abakra.
Oh, he David. No, Abakra.
What did they be?
Where did they be?
Now what the twice got so.
Now what you know? Not to feed. Outside them again. Charlie. And now what was out? Now what do you?
That's what the whole area she.
Now still. David the one year she.
It's in the quality say.
I don't know what was out of Pema. I don't be a meeting. I say.
Oh shit. Ababa or you will be every.
So would say Ninkwa and the car say Opema, and yes, and Ninkwa and the car, Opema or the home. Say you raise it because it has nothing to do with sexual intercourse and nothing bizarre. About say obenya heat, energy. What you say, and to way say Ninkwa and yes, and Mokai, Ben Moshe or they show on what you want, they meet me because okay, what you want, and yes, serious, biasa. But followers now move follow Ben Moshe, they don't reason. And I am Yano.
Fresh meat.
The reason why now Moko for Biabano, Obayan for Obayan over 7 or Obayan the nest, said the best unican, Talmud Nupokan, Obayan the nest, Obayan the chef 4, Omayan the Yere, Omayan the Cocumbine, Obayan the chef 4, according to Bible verse, no kind of. Okay.
Now the cook now said David to John Keller, and John Keller, oh, motivation.
Now, David, under David Kukum, and one it's in the duty now by one, or may any or may any BBA, or any nest, or any BBSA, and one, okay.
Abisak. What did the brother? And you didn't pray David, but don't see David that way. But won't need them more. So you, say one you, and the right hand, and your son for the come.
So what's it? And so what didn't manipulate marketing? Was it almost David angry? But money won't be, say, or you so one. Also, when you were anything, I will cast as him with saying, I didn't think I own candy book on the tray. I didn't think I own can what the book is a book on him.
Was it?
Yes.
Now, what we have
no more for Pan.
Now, you're hitting us for.
Now, or you're hitting Esha for.
Now, also, now,
also,
now, hitting a
now, David, yeah.
So what say why you hene hwefo the duties no David ene na anda why the David en hunu no David never knew her. The Bible not clearly one man who the duty of this woman and I said Abishag. But Moshe there or say
we also David but Oware young girl and the neck
what is saying? But Owale young girl and the neck name said by Moshe Khan, Mamote. This is what I mean to say, entro deception, lies, or can't assemble honoma, no cre no crebebre woman, not what in trash him. It was a while who you saw I don't know who say, I go back as a kind of crap one. Obeka bibi on my Bible, no matter no crap, sign a Bible nika. It was no one to write in Nadia Mano. No, I feel what in tro, I bet you. And that's how, yeah, what their survival babies are, we say. Oh, show bonus and machina and trobe qua. Where in this verse, it says David married Abishag. Now Abishag with the 12. Now David way. I have one of BBC the any one sir. Okay. And to wait Marcus highest papa. No, volume no low, Anna.
Yeah, na there you.
Anna Razak, who will be become?
Oh, my highest papa and Kasari.
Me can say Omo clearly Omo say any ho and the big fat man is say or try say now or no ever running argument from a different perspective and yeah or no your friend is say Abishak na say or say oh yeah me one no the reason why I did Talmud ni buy no Abraham claims are all making. So I just say, give you a friend is saying, you sue a Talmud nas a source. Check is when you. So I just say, you know, son, why you from beginning. Nesem no, when you're quoting, Ubon says someone the followers, Omega say, so quoting free more book. But Obi quoting be a free bibim doesn't mean say, ne explanation and I say, ne conclusion or make it out of sa test, no, true. And what you see, I several verses say, Okotia, not in some group. And I said, because of say, I think that the last Sunday, me buy na guy be was some refinity. I no kasa or say, oh, or ya money fair, or ye Juvia, no money, the guy be winning your answer, who Katia, you know. And he used it to manipulate them. So,
me to say for the meantime, okay, Mr. Wa.
So, we use these tactics to manipulate them instead of them to just go, yes, on per Bible, no yati, on per Christianity yati. But can't you use your own brain? What you say? Me, son, me who say I might not like something, but it doesn't mean I need to lie about the thing. What you say? Me mpa the way. You want maybe you are me mpa, but you won't say me go try control. Me mpa should be enough for me. But on pen will say control. It means that with the agenda, with the human and you are not different from false prophet, you know. Miss Anna, who know.
Exactly.
The only difference between false prophets and Abraham is saying false for no or mono, they are pretending to be using it in the name of God. And I will no so no. Oh, you pretending as if say on pay. So I did on paddy and it's the same thing. Both of them use the same tactics. Manipulation or no use no the same thing. There's no difference between Abraham and false prophets. No? Or me a pet. The same way we can throw near car on timber out and make us say asem we are mekano a new hope and I know correct. It you know me sign. On to me, need the answer will be a mistake and no a pointing finger. But yes, you're pointing the finger the other the followers, you know, no muko I meant yes,
look away.
You get it. It's immediate. At the end of the if you know, say, Asamna ye can anymore, you come up and defend it or try to explain it to us. So we answer, just explain to us where Oninya ni claims no make it Unya free because we check in you. And he continued to do this. And most of you people have been a guy we buy and them web before. Meaning so only yes, I you form a type, you know. The chief of staff, the chief of staff guy, you know. The chief of staff, Abraham chief of staff, you know.
Ancestors for ni bro.
Dabi guy back on referee the or catch you say ontie won follow na or say catch ontie wo follow no.
So
Yahuda ha it me that be say how be the no the befa na ye divert enye yintia aha it no say CSF for ni bi wo no ma me the best me person o mo na mbra na they should come and defend it.
Yeah, CSF bi adwani ana e kan say Tay so we CSF ni ana
Dennis Tay ana Kwame.
Oh, we should have like them. We should have just save for them. We are brown side.
bro, we should have there. Has been as a nipa me a big fat no buy, you know. Any brother back now buy before big fat. Later I'm not here to defend Ben Moshe. Michelle and Obega said they want to defend the guy, no, but they see something and they want to also like make a distance. One person bet me I defend you many. One person make more free guy now. That's what there's. Am I confused already? If you say you are not unshed yet, I said I say unshed I said.
Okay, I mean follow Abraham, me follow no. That's about some go all can and I boy me far be at hand be sa but we should have follow Lankasa. But me
what is obi kasa Abraham wo twa ntora anase bibisa na we am sure anase ye wo ya anase bibisa anase wo ze wo ye no kore be mo she de say ni makramati bebre se wo twa ntora
okay yeah matter according to me we as me say obo or ye bibi onim say ade no ye e man what I say to me who say okay don't know ye onim say ye what I say onim say ye but me question of view I say be me ya na say obi ka say o twa ntora asem do ho a say bibia no ka intro say do ho e no kore ana
okay eti asema bebusa ro asema bebusa o say wuti say obi ka say be mo she twa ntora okay o ye kontompo for a liar deceiver na say bibisa na eya we ya na say o hunu say o be mo she dey normal so ni obi anim say o twa ntora something
there be enyame ya
don't defend it into the o try and try won't defend it say o there be nyentro no try o jetum say we kontopo for
okay nipa de obi wo onima de o yonu say ye ba o side no say nyen sa ajo what man
but was but still entro into say o try and try won't defend it intro na we try na
side no ye e man en kure no oka ba you side. Okay, me sit down. Jose.
I think so network is between now kasa phone. What's an answer to kasa.
Jose. Eba.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kasa miti.
To me say ono no kre no ka say yes. Or can kre. What is by bidding obi wo no I had waiting. I had wakani oh by ebi wo kan na me ni nyade.
Okay, today video na e boy no tie video na no kan no kra na say no wo twa ntrofa King David home.
On dem share anim hwe bibia fa on me no kra da me share anim bibia fa hon.
Okay, to say I will join the program. No, na pesa ka.
I have a question am bebusa.
So bebusa question, but the kasafa on the one shot and see the kasafa on. Oh, question for be pesa bebusa.
But yeah. More question.
I don't think the kasafa on the and who here was
okay, David did have been kasafa the momo can say. Obi wo no pe kwa hwehwe e bi asem yo aka na anya no kure no na da ba no di tizino so ha wan kan ye wan kasa no intro no twa but unko fa say e bi ha de waka ni ye sa na no kure da bi but I said they be no baby or no mistake and all fa de bad ba tizino
be o twa ntro na ye ntizino yes
tobo me busa question te ya say e bi a obi enipa mi no ma wale na o mote ho no ma okay Oma wa no mote hono ma na say ebia papa no obo ne yere anasa yere ne bo be ma na severe okoda hospital okay na omo report case na ombe report to incident nice no e bro na some report time na no mo ye bibia nkoso no then no mo report
ajo network mu break it o sambla wasam no so bi
me say ediba mi no o ma wale o mo te honom okay na pass papa na oba no wa bono severe akoda hospital nyina na news fo nyina abam no o mo report to case na papa o ma wale no 10 years aware no okay ye be report the good part na o mo wale ye no man bibia koso kama no e ho no be report and I say baby papa na bo oba na ma oba na kokoda hospital no e ho no be report
baby wa bono no
okay I didn't know more report baby o mo bono na o mo hwe baby a e ho ye good no nko na o mo nkan wase
if you all no make then e buy nenti at the see and I won't boost out for that
I didn't know report baby a ye bono no mo bu say e didn't na buy you say dey buy so mo report baby ye bo oba no na oba nda hospital say e bi kokoko man but omo wale mo no 10 years aware no baby bebre ho and e very very good and now one report one no mo report baby ho ye bad no
I want enye wanyade
exactly okay it point ni nyina no say Ben Moshe wa kan sem bebre e ye no kra okay that doesn't mean say the no kra intimi nya ho hwe inti the e ntro no amanfo gidi say the all kan ye no kra because ntro na wo twa no amanfo the chidi for no be say ye no kra still because of kokko check bibia
okay but say network no
now okay I think the network ni MY the point ni nyina no say ntro na wo twa no wa krampo say ukura trotro ma ukura trotro mu krampo sisi ya okay nipa be 8 nipa be 12 na trotro no ma omu nyina cent bia ni hono na un complain but ba ko petibra cent wo ba ko pe ho a ba ko pe no wo be complain nipa 11 one complain wo bia na ba ko the 10 bia no ni ntro no ye po eti
on say honum de on say ho de nto asum ono nukura bi animu do hono
yeah I think that the best example me the be ma woni say ajagraja oto ho no ni followers ne nkrofo no oye papa ma wo what you say ono susu omo di nachi no oye the also oye den emo wo ni
so for dia so to
o ti me kasa no
maybe I'm one so to mo ko for dia so to
now okay move down if you see what say near for Dennis okay because I didn't disconnect a poor connection okay Dennis who honum
me wo
ozo ko for you ana
no mo wa control
Dennis who German ana
no mo Spain
so okay gracias ana se me bisa now okay
no
yeah okay Dennis it we see as for any ana say we Christian ana say nkramoni
minye CF minye Avraham minye kramoni minye Christian before na minye Christian papa ye choir master
okay okay ti see Ben Moshe tro na ye kasa fa won see antu pese dey ntina wo join nsi here
okay na me wo question bi am pese kan bi so Bible mo say kwanda ko dia
dey ntina wonye Christian wo busa Bible mo question here dey
so me ti ase na masan ko back
okay but see you pese you focus on Ben Moshe tro no so okay and question Bible mo questions there in a different time
so go with him Mr. Wan my best with just question keke
David join the next time so ko Ben Moshe platform on na wontimi ko busa so on topic I wontimi ko busa na anything say ni na ka common sense no
there ho but o kama ko ati no question o bisa because
say wunya busa Razak
time can you predict whether he will be here or not
okay so then you should follow the page and
say convince me I say met baba
we don't that be me enye me duty no say me convince will be because to follow God no wow choice no obi take responsibility for himself me nye pastor me preach it say dey be
okay before be follow ade bi no when as ade no kra wom ana say bia me ko no ampa beti maji me ana say bia me nya ade bi wante wo follow
okay
ana me wa that's one say me bisa question no nya ne bonus so
Okay, me can say BBI bonus, but me party say based on topic now you treat what I say no okay. So the amount of opportunity now we a question now. That means that the door has opened. Obi aba for the topic in the camp. Obi aba home bio. So what they say that Obi aba baby boost and the question. Obi aba baby boost and the question. Obi aba baby boost and the question. That's what I want to avoid. The reason why I don't say to avoid that kind of thing. No, that is why now yen and tie focus. So I say no. Ni amana ye clear say. Ben Moshe onye trustworthy. Onye obi a obetime depend on so. Ono ka kire we say Jesus Christ was invented a yentro. Oka kire we say peace of family for any inventive New Testament na yentro. Ono ka kire say King David ye wale 12 years Obama no Abishak man no. Na King David wale na yentro. Enyema bi won na Ben Moshe yentro wo twetwa no. Oka kire say at the Council of Nicaea and we invented Bible verses and share Bible ni no. Said the Bayer Jesus Christ ababaye like equal to the Father now. Entro so it will come through bebre atoto hono ma ye pese ma eno ne to da hono na amanfo hunu se Ben Moshe that means say omo tie na omo tie no ye no mo say okay guy we wonye trustworthy e betim dey enwato no so sa so that ye pese ye wa say it different time will be near join here. Then you have a question from the Bible no what me through aba say metimi aboa wa na maboa say metimi boa wa na ma refer to obi obetimi aboa say Google or hono question o type Google la benya answer easy okay it is a untimi Ben Moshe say mo kan o video we say mo betimi ohun say o kan no kra na so twantrɔ
okay me bas na so video ma ba wi enti na man video asem na o kan no enti no
it must have about video aka ho no worries okay ye bo back first Kings or say first Kings according to first Kings hono enti Tini okay Ben Moshe or no so a very honest person according to Ben Moshe.
Yes, I was small girl. Since 12 years. I'm sure not 12 years. According to Talmud, 12 years. Now big Jewish rabbis coming to quote Talmud, which is subject to different interpretation and people's opinion. Do I sit here quoting people's opinion? Huh? I quote what is written. After that 12 years, you're willing to make it. First Kings, okay, chapter 1, verse 1 to 4. And like a ring,
First Kings 1. First Kings 1, verse number 1.
First Kings 1, verse 1 to 4.
Was it on David Abakra?
What? Why are they?
Now, he David Abakra.
Or he David? No, Abakra.
We didn't pay.
We didn't pay.
Now, what the twice got so.
Now, what you know? Right to feed. Now, some people here, Charlie, they love what we saw. Now, what do you do?
Let's do the whole energy.
Now, still. David, who energy?
It's in the quality.
And I don't know how I don't hear meeting. Can say,
Moshe, Ababa, or about to be embrabby or Nero.
Young couple don't kill me. Wow, fresh meat. Wow, I'm going to run away.
Now, Objet,
David,
now, on the chef,
now on your chef,
now on the Kukumu.
now said David, the Quadana to one. John Keller, wow, and David, John Keller, oh, on motivation. Now on David, the Kukumu, not David, in your heat, Kakra.
No, Obaba, or Freddy, if you try a ship name,
and your copper, or warfare, Israel, she
no sooner. Abisak.
Oh, Abisak.
Or did Brahim?
And he didn't play David, but don't see David Avery. But won't need them more. Sorry, you. So, one you and yet, right hand and your son would come to us.
Was it?
Yes,
now about who is a
pa. No more for man.
Now, your henny or for
now, or your extra for
now, also not
also.
Now, I didn't ink no.
Now, David, Nana, yeah, it was say we almost David Avery, but oh, worry, John get at the neck. What do
So what's it?
Okay, yeah. Mate. I just could answer all kind of more age beyond financial hope. Say over 12, 10, 15, whatever. More age beyond financial hope. The case will be a babuna from 18, 20, 25. Will be a babuna or ya buy our sister at least Obiaba Kokora in it here, and Ibeji. Until one day the America said no, and you're not correct. Say on not 12 years.
Okay, now, or King David Eware Obano, and on Uti Bible verse Nika baby so Wareno.
Yeah, so Wareno.
Eh, or cancel
Wareno, also a modern Breno.
I'm going to bread so on your day.
Say, like on an internet. So,
on an internet on your day.
Say, how about the sum? Some about the sum.
It will be a sum will be just or any remember.
That be.
Okay.
At me, but at say we are quite him fear now. about one I say, my goofy on my most more hin and interest or no more that.
Or no more exactly. According to Ben Moshe, the Ben Moshe didn't no pain or say the last statement we say no. The last statement no.
We also David Harry, but Oware, young girl, and the neck.
So what's it? According to Ben Moshe no.
Ober some no, I'm warren ober some no.
It's before we say no, before saying ka say nye bia ye die bubu akiri say na chiri for ni tie na omo dwen say Ben Moshe kire say David e wale abofra 12 years and answer one wale abofra 12 years. Ofra na ringa agrampo.
Yes. Ofra na ringa say o ware no, but according to you know kan ye no, awale bi ani ho enim. Say e som no obesom no David. Wo som obi ani kire say nipa na ye wo yera na say no. Say
that is Ben Moshe would so it say a intro no wo twa no ha say na.
Yes, how they say intro.
Exactly. And that is the point no. But the followers no emu mienu na adwan ni wo ha say na omo nyina say da bi intro no wo hefa. Intro no wo hefa Sethoo. I say me na me ka bibia hye wo no. But clearly no hunu say what Ben Moshe is saying now or the church Ben or the kasabu King David so no. Enye sa na tie. E wono mom na wo dey.
Oka odni timu anase na dwene mo kan dey oka.
Yeah,
in Philip book. Yeah, in Philip. Yeah,
the Bema obi a onje Bible ni. No gidi say book na ankasa kra no obi na invent enye ne kre. Still no oka asema fa book a enye papa ana eye ntro a obese twa ntro ato so.
Okay, me fancy nipa na o yes ade no ebi o no asa adwena ekita nti o de yes ade no
agenda
me ntimi hu adwena yoda ni tim nti o de yes ade no so what empo kura me ba empo kura no yo papa fo de mo wo ma mo hwe o mo hwe nkura no beto mutim ko tan ba bi e ko ka o papa ho asem abda o munim papa ne da o mu hia ne do beto o kan ho asem bone.
Nti se ebia said ye wo utimi hu ni easily e ka se we die eni ho usu onye Kristo ni onye onye obi a we attached to CSF nti no tabio unusu common sense die na be ma wo wetimi ehu easily no aka se asem we die eni ho ananya no kre na obi foforo be ba ha no obeka se da bi no kre.
Me hu de me hu yan say bibia na ye twere o twere na o mo twere na so o kan wi abohu dokore wo ho no me wan kan na wo hu dokore
obi say the same the prayer wo kan ni ya twere no onu say either on read it but no kre anas obe read but still no kre san pa wo try e ntia.
Okay, that's why Abraham can say o person dey ade see tutu na fa she book no so yam taking kan so yam packing kind. Is okay o fa book no so kan a
da bi o
de o kan no so be kotu ama o kotu ma wi na sa de nyina kura bu sa ade bi pa na kan nyina kura ntro ho
yeah de kan
one kind ma ko me ba o de me ba e te se bia wa kwa soro na osofo akan kote hiwi a kire o onti asa o ko fia o ma kan ana me boa but ma kan sa so fun ka je o kan si okay ma so me ko kan hwa me ko hwa de
no
e school
yeah ni different from the me
ba okay me ba o so wa school a ya mo exercise an se bia o shi cha kire wa de a kire wa de no classroom no that's all one koye you can say one koye exercise I don't know kire no say enkosi aga
me different because you are talking about say who personally who sua eno wo ho me so me ka say obi ye won kofo o mo ba ha o mo follow Avraham one obi wo ha on pese obekọ akohwehwe because okohwehwe na e contradict Avraham asema ebe ha no nti on hwehwe nti no oje Avraham asema o kenyi dadi two obi so ha onu ube go through said ya wosusu no utimi ehu se oh eni ho ye ntwero ne saa wo ho ne ade no obi so uni ni be ready but still ha no say Avraham asema o kan ye ne kre.
Okay, these people they are dumb.
Okay.
One person with you, they don't want to learn. Me can say. So because I say, we programming na we intino. You can be no correct. That is it. And no program no say
what can no correct so nti so wo hunu say since some people go phone bi wo ho no nti necessary say yes be ma amanfo aye aware say ensema ba mu she ka no ibi ye ntro enye no yana no korre nti no munya aware so wo say de tie no
yeah Majma mo yende eno no so obeka se na say no say eni book no ma na so de aba na wo so abeka say asese na okan bet eni book no ana eni bible no say ayen tro na wo twa simple as ABC
enti ba mu she why audio I send their command the followers no WhatsApp group mo say they shouldn't focus on us no they should focus on the Bible. So what they say, I say, what program to the extent say now when they see the lies of Ben Moshe and they still want to defend it, and I say even they don't. Some of them don't want to even like approach and I say engage anymore. They have, but you're cool at least, you know. Why you're honest with the statement? You know, why you're honest? What can be or can be, and why you're honest? And I appreciate that, you know. Okay, I don't have anything to say, you know, because the one who say what he said in trouble.
I think Sethoo as ono no de na o kan say on follow onye Kristo ni na onye CSF na I think say we dey meet me ama no thumbs up say no kra wotime use na adwen ama ono ano though even though obewo niam bi or disagree with Christianity still no obetime use na adwen hu say ade we eni ho saa entimi nka say wo ho enti no Dennis we dey yeah, that's it. This is a movie on.
Masi, I am Miura Hospital, but because of program team, Magina Hano, Mam, and Chiapuntino.
Then follow page and not join the next time. Okay, follow page and not join the next time.
Me wa question Kasibu on team. Maybe back, maybe beside that. We question and answer.
Yeah,
all right.
Blah back. Okay. Well, okay. Say you have say. Let the Bible speak. What I say. Okay. Prince, who are man?
Yeah, no.
Who beside the question? No, because why is he here? Okay, man.
Ura hospital. What are you there?
What are you? Miss Anamenko.
Which mean number man? Which mean number man? Which my friend?
What am I missing? Anamenko. We are.
What am I missing? Because Razak Krampus here, man. Razak. Hey, Busa question.
Okay, question percent say you will quotation more Bible say I think say you we are Adam ne Eve na yakwo di kan bo mo ana mo mama mienu na I think say ba kuku ba ko na ba kokko ba bi kokko wale ye tin percent bi sa ba bia nipa na kokko wale ye no na sa atam no hefa for na ti honom na sa atam na yakopon abo nipa no like I say Obobi as na we nipa na do so na sesen I don't know me how no as I try imagine kakra. Yeah, me question.
Okay. And your question is baby Ken Eku Ebe no Kokonya ne yire ni free is na our question.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Let Bible speak go me answer na. And say me come adwene kire no.
Oh,
okay.
Okay. Me I'm say.
Now cause be so on special are they I don't know.
The reason why I'm any busani because why honest we be obeka so support onye CSF ni but ni bibia be kire so CSF ni it we no the reason no like the way why honest to say whatever you want to say even though or disagree with you no I don't think you ever say busano.
So and to me okay to me response to questions be saying okay the Bible no silence on because the Bible no say be day 1 day 2 day 3 day 4 say name say record everything biano so what they say na and there are some things now Bible no to me understand the Bible no silence on it no okay but the Bible no me who say ye nyina Adam and Eve asefo and Adam and Eve and a wo obia wo honom no nti ebia there is a said a topic no there is a jump bi wo honom so there is a jump bi wo honom na Bible no I silence on me the minti ma answer no okay but that doesn't disqualify as it means say Bible no nya no kre just because I don't have the answer and I say minim how make me account bibia ebe mo agedi preoccupy so what was it you know because me this Bible no here and what everything that happened with Adam and Eve and then no watchna everything no continuous that jump we will maybe grab some years with the man I say it you never know so I don't take the Bible and say day 1 day 2 day 3 day 4 day 5 that silence on where these people are not from. That's it. I cannot give you the answer. But we say no, they ain't me because I don't know this answer. Therefore, I throw the Bible away, Daddy. Ain't reasonable for me. Okay, it's immediately meet my car from one.
No. Me just think through Bible now way, but now because I did be open answer. No we be say am very can say am answer no say ade ba bia wo kɔ no and bia wo bi say bia wo kɔ ba bi na bi say the person must ɔte hefa ɔte ha and wo kɔ akɔ straight na afei na ɔkɔ akɔ wan
Yeah,
that's why me be silent you know
yeah,
ɛnyɛ ne bonus so
Dennis, I think say we my research on Honda I check years ago and
okay
Sethoo a boss no and as I reminded me a bit. The thing is, you see, there are questions you are genuinely so it makes sense what I say. But the moment you start asking these questions and doing research, nobody who say, oh yeah, it's true. Because Cain and Abel na kasano. Even though your friend saying, even though the Bible talks about them, but it doesn't talk about them from day one, every detail of them from the beginning of their life. So what I say, we research kakra. The answer we say the Bible was silent on certain things or certain people, but it doesn't mean they didn't exist. There are places Bible and count one them. It doesn't mean that those places didn't exist. So what I say, but at the end of the day, you know, Adam asefo. So what I say, your friend is saying, the Bible no ebe focus on friends Cain and Abel no doesn't mean say Adam na kasa because research for we I bet you say Adam and Eve or mumma no specifically say Cain and Abel nko.
okay
So what you say the Bible is silent on certain things. It doesn't mean say san mani ni even Yesu plan on say nkofo ka say from a can age ni bi na jani age ni bi because there is nowhere in the world that book be talking about will be from day one a war no every day to 36 days in 365 days it talks about the important things. So what you say and a genuine question which I have had before. It means a question I have had it before and I've done research about it and it gives you this basic idea say the Bible chooses to focus on certain things and be silent about certain things. So what you say?
all right okay
first of all Tama ya wo Cain any Abel no Bible no e de mayen okay na Adam edi mufi ebi na sana o Cain any Abel but Bible na may specific in fear na Adam edi
yeah
and Cain and Abel before say they were able to even kill an animal to do sacrificing. Would it be say na Adam and Eve our impala during that period Emma eka would it be yeah these are some things that you should ask yourself. Could it also be say Cain ekunia Abel ewo honoman and yet immediately na free Adam and Eve in chain echoe. What did I make an answer?
Yeah, pa.
Okay. In Genesis chapter 5, verse 6, Maybe mention in few verse 1 cry. Or say, this is the book of the generation of Adam. In the day that God created man, in the likeness of God made he him. Male and female he created them, and blessed them and called their name Adam, in the day when they were created. And Adam lived 130 years and begat a son in his own likeness, and after his image, and called his name Seth. From the time you bought Adam to the time when you are 130 years, could it be say na enkwala ewo honoma wawo before getting Seth? What did I make an say?
Yeah.
Okay. verse 4 so say in the days of Adam after he had begotten Seth was 800 years, and he begat sons and daughters into our mamma any mama. Could it be possible? Because in him say Adam ni even konya papa abom. Could it be possible say Cain e ware onu anga se ni baba.
Okay.
And it's possible because say Adam ni even konya woman. The only possible answer I say Cain married his own sister. Nti eni nua ba na oware no enye obia wankon ware o baby a wojan was say Cain ekware o baby no was say he knew his wife. Wanganya say he married his wife. He knew the same Einana Genesis chapter 4 was say Adam knew Eve his wife. And he say o knew Eve a purchase of Eve. Then that means say the Cain so ehun yen purchase of ware no. But remember say and now put a within all come asem achewa chapter 4 verse 1. The same things when I applied to Emrena Cain and then a year a dying. They will mean yes or quarrel. What did I make an answer?
Yeah.
Okay. Until one quarrel for so or coino or no, they are planning at all. That place. The Bible use what we call prolapses. Okay. Prolapses. It happen because all clear as a story in internet, or are they a future things, a future thing that happen, any what it happened past combined together to as if it happened the same time. We just when you get time go and look for it. But the person used prolapses.
Okay, and a smart oh I say on so bit my answer be say me tie smart so answer no okay.
Okay.
We Christiana. Okay, smart so answer bit my me smart so dey na you move go forward okay.
Yeah.
So say your brother praise kind in the first place God created Adam and Eve and he said to them that be fruitful and multiply. So how can two people be fruitful and multiply? So it means that a question and the Lord did not give any punishment to them. Because when you read the Bible, how did these people multiply again? And in the book of Leviticus, God sees them not to marry their own sisters and siblings. So this is the shortest answer for you. My name is what?
Oh, Matthias. Do there, Matthew. But my mommy in the hospital, and you know, I'm back.
Okay.
Madam Asipa,
which mean number
Alright. Man, follow, okay, man, follow because number I use them compare my phone back, my phone so you may have say me social media phone. Follow Prince, okay. Follow Prince. Me that say. Okay. And you even see what I say Dennis, me that say join the page, you know, so okay.
Alright.
Join the page, you know. Bye bye. Okay. Eti bibi say ni epe no ho. Me say mo am for be portray yes say bia e ba say no na e say tarnish Ben Moshe image Ben Moshe wonye hwe ne ho so we so honest na ye pa na still ye say e feature bibi sha wono. Ono mom na te sa. or kind Bible now, the any honomono. So no a feature be there shagonum. Ye body expose almost any episode tarnishing the image. Okay, cozy or honor.
Me question I'm me can say omo
yes Funiana.
But you say
so we see Ben Moshe followers yes
but you say David me Christo ni ba say no maybe o haya na me ntiase say now
but we say be to bo cozy we say Ben Moshe we can throw ha say na say o kan kure Ebenezer instead.
Instead no mabi wo ha wo sisi ase untimi ntirema mani nkusi. Adam and Eve came Abel there no. Aye chirisi ase montima ntirema me anya fana ayi no because omo wo mema mi according to Bible no. Omo
wo tell me busa wo no bro.
But you say
what did me busa no?
That is repeat man, is repeat.
Me say Ben Moshe who say we twan tro na say o kan no kore wo video we say mo no.
Ena me kire say na se ni bi wo ha ase enye bebi nso wo nso a ase no kore eni no kore ya ase.
O ka specifically video
no. It me answer no question na me busa na answer no way.
Video na mudi kan born first na
yeah. The boy now work as a King David ware akora wedi 12 years no according to Talmud no
na quotation no and na nka me bisa za quotation na ono kan ye no esen ka mo kan za quotation no wa
First Kings chapter 1 verse number 1 to 4
ndinka mo kan nka on na kan ya wo chechirim na unse Bible no o kan
say it na be tire hono say because say nyina say ye badwemba o say ye nyina ye badwemba o kan bibi wa ma quotation wa ma verse clear it wa o gidi se Ben Moshe wo ye no kwafo no so be check verse na wa hwe no wo hunu say de Ben Moshe kan ye no kura na say nye no kure so it me ma afa ama kura mpo na wa ankasa no so betima ye bibi sa hunu na
yeah unse Bible no o be kan ba emu nchirimu no obekanya guba obechirim ono no nchire mu na adwen kofa ho no so hu unse Bible no betima kan say David omode abayewa bi blay no unse Bible no nke say ode brain so nware na na se mane nware no so
Bible no ka so omode brain so onye den
according to Bible no so ode omode aba no brain so mesom no
the Bible no kan yo baba na dwumadi no Bible no kire na dwumadi o baba ye meboa Ndi tobo se Bible na kire adwumadi oba baye na obi su ba na okase da bi oba ba wale na wan na e ka no krezi a wan de na yentie
unse David nso no so ware mma bibiri o se mma bibiri no ware no mo de
enye na ebusa anwa se bo ye ka specifically about Abishag Ben Moshe say David the boy akokra no o mma bibiri wo hono already him say already and oba akokra no and osako ware abofra wadi mfie dumienu 12 years e bae e kan no potential
ene de ne benz o mesom no
obesom ena Ben Moshe se e ba wale no o wale
wanfa age ama se na wonya mfie dumienu na se dumienu na se dumienu na se go wanfa age na ama
ba se Ben Moshe quote another book fufuro bi was Talmud no say wadi mfie 12 Talmud no quote ye. But my point in say, according to Bible, no, David, Abishag, one kind of crazy.
But me media na mentia say, Kinan Hibe, then I mentia say, Sabia, Yasube Dolly, you know. A one has in Muntiman, Mamma, and Congress, may antia.
Bible kind of clear, a Bible kind of clear say, I Adam and Eve, or Mune war, Yen Adam and Eve as a fool, okay. Na law be any one say untimi wale wunwa aba na bibi say be any one that time so ojitom sa
na pa yinti a omutwasa law no yankopon twa mu se me nware wunwa aba bi
because after na yasi adore na enough for honom already so what I say I think bibi sa na memeti ase it once again no nipa na dore nipa na enough for honom already no ena saa law no efiri mu
yes Sethoo beba
na ze mo matiti mo na ze
beba kozi okay kozi we dey enke hawa wo ye tribe be ni
me abunu ni
okay wo gidi say abunofo ba ko pe ene start ye ana say abuno start free another tribe
say ade bia de ba ko dey kan start na be form
okay in this time ne wo bunofo oba ne bema
kozi india o bi say dia bit my basa na oba ko be ma bia o
enye bit my basa but me hard you say sometimes you know logic may try say oh it doesn't make sense on say as and shada make sense but may try say me push you kakra na my hard here because say e brunfo na ba e timi say brunfo mo wade say brun ni bi wade ne ho a wade ni nua ana eti brunfo wade o mu nua no
anti okay Matthias
thank you
Matthias nti neze mbe wo ye na omo ware omo hu wie ye no neze be abusia bu ye ni nua akote omo abusia ni nua akote omo abusia nti no
ba enei bruni etimi bruni e ware another bruni a enye nua biem ana meboa
enye nua
ba first na ye nua no okay sometimes you know it doesn't make sense said me using an example in your perfect example but sometimes you know aya yenyi niam ni bi mbra ye side ni endwen ho aya nkofo bi ka say ye nananom no aya na question is say ye nananom bosom no ye di free e kire because ye nyina history kire say ni free Ghana no obi ani Ghana asase ne so beboa etina bosom no yeswa ene ne ye de ba ana say nsuo no ye betu nsuo no ene nsuo ta no ka kire say obi na no ka kire de me nsuo ta no me oba na abema ana say ana ya ne ye azumi say nsuo na da ho no oye say okay thank you sometimes these are some of the things it will be ba no especially obi oye no ho say oye traditionalist no bana niema bi oba no try say obese o kire say nyansa nyima aya yentia say unless we 80s but so oye traditionalist there are certain things by force ubeji atum ebi ne how ye nananom abosomfo etimi request for brownie snap minim how bosom no onya taste for German snap mi hu bi da ba obi amuza sa question we o Avraham Ben Moshe nka say ye nananom bosom na obusa say wadi obi aye ade we nye onfa snap ope German de onpe ayi de mpo onpe de aye o Ghana yes ope brofo de no sa bosom no oye den no ka kire sa asimasi no. Thank you very much. Yes, I better divert it.
Yeah. Okay, cause once again we say more question Bible now. Some valid questions. So just because it's own TBBS doesn't mean that the corner is wrong. So can I say Ibia who stars na bubu wi mu na from your point of view no obi a want star na nkiti bi na bo no sa na idea ni hu no who can't kire obi a ebia ono nim akora bi say star we ho no no e kese pa e bi kura pa e dem ha say kura pa enko ha say na wo de dem ha say ni make example say e da kakraka we say no hwe bi me sam kura pa to no e common sense kire say da bi ade keteketi we na talo no ka jam say enko ha say so because the nim de ni nyandru ho no mo betia eni me bi ase exactly it is bibi ho no na enye make sense to you no anasa unyantia unintiasie no doesn't mean say enye no kure sana Ben Moshe pretend say we like we all knowing it is say what kind Bible no say on TV biase a o say it doesn't make sense Yakupon is no easy no judge Yakupon for no common sense now or no kura no o dey we man no dey no judge Yakupon na e say we all knowing no so it say unnim the full understanding now untimi mpo ma judge Yakupon how can you judge Yakupon the who say e wicked on Yakupon ni so bia no since unnim the ending and the beginning no untimi fan judge Yakupon because Yakupon dey unnim into the outcome no and the prove say what he did na e good and say e bad so what was it but Ben Moshe he doesn't do anything on do better one ma ordinary no because he ignorant, Say they make a guy back on by beginning, Or no who say Ghanaians we are fools. That is why a necessary say Ben Moshe a better common sense. But we know that he moved be ignorant. We didn't know anything. And I say pastors and say the pastors phone be a your who or Ghana no. I think it's so easy for Ben Moshe to walk around lying and doing what he's doing. So my mom didn't too much, sir. Mom boy trade. Won't be say doesn't mean say over to work now before Freddy because Ben Moshe na akasa won't be as won't na say and won't be say and still move follow no into how much more about Yankopon. Okay, move here. I think say I clear nipa bebre at least no omakasa Ebeneza wo honum cozy if I see what I say for the meantime okay because then you quite too much.
Yes. And it's for me.
Follow page, so they join the next time, okay? Follow page,
Not follow.
That's it. Ebeneza our honum.
The virtual boss, me wapa.
But that's who sees if I say Christian and I say
the profile picture.
Oh.
What's he saying?
Now, what's your picture here? And that's we are.
Hey, the thing they say, oh,
it's never true, dear. As some of the kind of any credit, sometimes will be to me, so my name is right.
The thing they say because they see the poor we say, they are more manipulative system because according to picture, they are small there. The living waters, and as I say.
Yeah, actually, we follow YouTube. Nana, meta, SNS and message, but Debiana, I can't say, dear, what put you and me. So, now maybe say time when I am over live. Last week, I can say 7, but me and say now mobile earlier before 7. No, and then my bottom Fitiviana said the embassy live. TikTok say, me member so that. I won't IS Papa movie na me and I'm saying them. I'm member TikTok. The first way I'm here and say come to Christ Apologetic. I'm so me follow. The first time ever TikTok ni.
Oh, but I say okay. My main address situation or last weekend the podium because after me person me try and make it hard time we say stable. Say me life for no 7 p.m. Ghana times on Sundays. So after me try say make it that I don't stable no. But last week I think say yeah twice about 4 times and I say baby sir. But last week my wife for them planning to kind on Friday. Okay, Friday, Saturday, no money has say. It is Sunday, time when I'm about life no member. No more to quite the whole weekend. So yes, I me call life from mobile. A baby be one I mean to be now more from my back and cry on my press on my bum in chain. Say the same dynamic case a bit difficult. Some yes, to my minion earlier kakra. To be minimum of castle or man, I'm still come minion earlier kakra. Because my banana come my year. No my life anyway because yes I mobile it and I mean to be every until I'm sure I'm a bad life precope and then the casa no can who's the time kakra woman me bad life precope and then me try to make a live video and until mambo be a kokokra no who's the time no akaka crave no na me see me bad life my baby but me life no mu no mobile no and then kra ni nyina person ba me nchen because 2 days omunya hu papa no mo person ba me nchen na me kate no na me okay that day the kra no like you say Messiah our life no grandpa because and you know the street has say no you have problem has say mamudum light no call off like for 40 minutes and I say baby sir it's a very difficult so anyway that time on the grandpa the light no call off a chance of light neighbor like 40 minutes and sun light neighbor and yeah
follow I mean wonder say how are these people able to defend Avraham because
yeah amazing.
What people say at the end Claire said the person is lying, twisting and misquoting scriptures. But yes, too. Now, even if say history event they see you are misquoting and misinforming us. How much more the Bible which needs interpretation? Say clear historical evidence for her. Not say no clear no all my wrong information. How much more the Bible that needs to be interpreted? Uncle come back and say to Bible. No Bible in chapel some crack to my yes. But some crack to actually my yes. Into the person quoting and then misinterpreting it for us, no. That not means that the person is quoting. So first, not me say Abraham was a honest person. Said I can say a beautiful soul, but throughout me who said no, the person, no. I can say me, I don't debate. We debate to learn, but Oba Bonte said nobody can debate me. Obia, you are debating to learn. You can't come about say nobody can debate it. So you debate to win. That is why Emi Sabisa and say Confanochino. He knowing the fact say Confanochi by, but intellectual dishonesty or say I don't know where you met. But only no crown pa no followers somebody in the chomunim pa. That's because he wanted to win. Once the debate no winning, no, it does not go with say I saw the no crab. You have to say okay manipulate no winning, so manipulate no winning. Sana den akwakoye onim no kura na pa na so obeka tell say so I think say mu ye adwuma nkobon so nhira no mbo awon ti say de me kan no only highest papa na mama TikTok de me yes nyama was nti me na me mpese me ba so but we follow YouTube on the best me na say hey ngofo to me defend Abraham.
Yeah, amazing. Enti bo am pese mo hono videos na adekonte wo hono videos na ye wo ha say na bisco me kuku YouTube page honom no Sethoo SSK e wo YouTube page honom no kenti wo pese wo kokko he videos na wo join a platform we say wo join na wo kasa na pese wo tie de wo kan na wo ko YouTube page honom na ma some few days no me upload video we wo honom so because TikTok no after say real life na mo join mo ni access to the video bi but yeah, me person mo so mo playback na mo tie mo save na mo hu se mo kan mo ba live mo be kan me de be ko YouTube page wono Sethoo SSK me that's highest papa na wa twere wo no YouTube page no Sethoo SSK but me wa ko previous videos na ya ye ni nyina no try to me upload no hono no okay enti Ebenezer me that's me fancy wa say for the meantime okay ish himself wo hono
yeah me wa Sethoo
CSF ana
me a rationalist. Basically, about say everything that comes, you see fit, you analyze it yourself, and then you are able to tell the differences here and there. And see, that's who I am.
But me who's also comment and say I'm afraid to bring you up, and I say
one or two things, I just wanted to talk about and also make clarifications on. And him say, "Obeman platform."
But I was I'm afraid to bring you up. But then I'm afraid to bring you up.
No, I just wanted to point out something regarding the Naoka, and that is exactly what I'm trying to say, sir. If you give me the platform, I mean, I'll just talk about it.
It's regarding what they're in America.
Regarding, the whole issue concerning Abraham, I just want to find out something, sir. First off, is this sort of a clarion call that people should check whatever thing that comes out with Abraham? And I say it is about the fact that everything he says is wrong. This is what I want to know.
No, but it's not possible to say everything that Ben Moshe will say is wrong. So when we clear.
Very well.
Even a broken clock, is correct 2 times a day.
Very well.
Nobody is saying everything that Ben Moshe says is wrong. That means he will never get anybody to follow him. He comes with the truth, and then after he gains the trust, and then he starts lying to the people.
And so I just want to state, concerning certain things he has said, some are right and some are wrong. Personally, in 70 I feel like some of them are exaggerations, some of them are things that okay. But beyond that also, there are so many other things that he has said that are equally, very, very true. And so, we should draw the lines very well when trying to articulate this. I think that is exactly what
I don't disagree. Say Ben Moshe he has represented the Bible ways via that's what the Bible is saying. So what they say, and if that is the case now, I have nothing to say about that. So but where he misrepresents the Bible and say facts about historical situations, that is where now.
Then of course you are on course, so that people will also have, the knowledge to also check exactly what he does and what he says.
And the reason why now it's important for us, and that's not for me. Me duty, for anyone now, honest and I say, like sincere, to check Ben Moshe and say, like. Ben Moshe or purpose say to expose the lies now some people pastors more pastors for Bible or use the Bible as a tool to manipulate and deceive and answer to dupe people what I say
Okay.
They want people to reason. Ben Moshe, they want people to reason and ask
Very
questions
good.
and then check what this and that.
Very well. Very well.
Okay, but the same thing applies to Ben Moshe too. I don't know, obviously.
And like I said, personally, I feel like those things were not, absolute truth. I had to go check those things myself. I think so. Lessons. Me start me follow Ben Moshe in one kasa. It's been a while. Me see Monsem those times far back, and so personally, whatever thing that he says, I used to check, and that is why I'm saying that. If it is about certain specific things he has said, some of them are of course wrong. Onye reciprocity of knowledge, but of course, some of the things he has equally said are very, very true. And so for me, I feel like it should be about people should actually check exactly what he says and then know whether certain things are right or wrong. That does not mean also that every single thing he has said is false. Basically, that's what I'm trying to articulate.
And that is definitely not my claim here. Okay, my are questions now. Things now Ben Moshe have said now you think they are correct now. Can you tell us some of it?
Okay, so about the Messiah. There were issues concerning Jeconiah and the curse that were placed on Jeconiah. Those things, I don't know your thoughts on them. I don't know if you have heard those lessons. What are your thoughts on them, Pastor? Because for me, the curse was very clear and emphatic about Jeconiah. And see, that for me is truth. Beyond that, there were issues of tithing. Those are also very, very true.
The issue of what?
Tithing.
Okay.
Yes, for me, most of the tithing lessons are very, very true. Because and you need just one type of
but when you say it is true now, what do you mean it is true?
Okay, so
that's what I...
So first off, on the tithing matter, tithing was given to a particular tribe, which is Levi. And most Christians perceive, beyond that, you're opening gates for people to also go into ministry in those times or in these current times. Okay. But share the issue of tithing very well and how tithing came by. It was because of sharing of properties that were given to certain people, and the tribe of Levi were exempted, basically. Now, if the tribe of Levi were exempted, it means that basically they are not going to gain anything. And so they were to take tithing in that perspective. Beyond tithing, there are other forms of tithing. They themselves also had to give tithing on the tithing that they were given. And there were times that tithing were distributed to the church. Now, beyond the Old Testament, over New Testament, there is not a single time anyone gave tithing. Let me be very emphatic, unless maybe you can prove me otherwise. I'm saying it again, that beyond the Old Testament...
but that is what the Bible says, so I don't know where I don't see your point. So I agree with this.
I'm coming. Let me learn. Maybe you get this crystal clear. So beyond the Old Testament, I'm saying that there is not a single time anyone gave tithing. What they gave were just charity deeds by individuals that were rich in the church. Now, modern Christianity, most people or most pastors emphasize the significance of tithing. But early church members now, the New Testament now, there was not even a single member who tithe. Unless, of course, you can prove me otherwise.
Yeah, the member can say too. The member can say, and you say, or can you create in you? And the fact is, and you sorry, na and tithe. What
you are right. You are right.
There are some things I will not even bother myself to even talk about it because there are certain things
exactly. And that is why I'm saying that.
There are certain things to say be some doctrine say be Sunday. Does it take away your salvation?
You said does it take away salvation?
Yes. So because Saturday, no because Sunday, no because Monday, no because Tuesday. Does it take away their salvation?
No, it doesn't.
It means any core doctrine, right?
Okay.
It never be na boss. I am who say I say asema advance within a busuya and walk pick one side na wahyɛ da bɔ hɔ no obi ayɛ enye news ɛna enye Avraham ɛna ehu na o expose minim so ati
Okay,
ase a
so let me just chip in this, if you permit me. And see, I just want you to know that
oko off and obi
I'm here. Sorry, I'm here. So I just want you to know that any be oka, like I said, it doesn't oka about core doctrine and salvation. Now, as Christians, you are supposed to practice exactly how the doctrines were given to you, whether a core doctrine or not. No, and for example, we cannot say that if pastors are exploiting people, and as a pastor be here adhere na enyao, that we are not supposed to criticize it because it is not a core doctrine. Yes, sir. We all, I mean, will be led by, and then we will permit people and pastors to do certain things that will keep on running through the church are very false and wrong. Meaning said they make a back clear there.
And yet you the oka no it doesn't expose anything. A Bible can once. A idea you can once.
So what is my question is, what is your take on tithing? I think that we don't have a standpoint here because I'm talking about one thing and then you're talking about another thing.
No,
and my point is, what is your standpoint on tithing?
Because when it comes to doctrine, there are certain things I don't come out to talk. What I say, because it doesn't make somebody a Christian or not. It may maha maybe because
what defines one as a Christian? What defines one as a Christian?
About their faith, whether they believe in Jesus as their Lord and personal Savior, that He died on the cross and in 3 days He raised Himself up. That is what makes somebody a Christian.
Okay.
And yet doctrine, no. And yet sorry. And yet whether we say we do not see form no.
Okay, so this is what my take on everything that you have said. My take is that first off,
because 2 seconds, because a lot of CSM for no, use omunim, and I say omaka a Christopher. They use a Christopher, the Ghana for, and I say Ghana software nibi, and they represent a Christopher over 1.something billion.
2 billion.
What you say 2 billion what you say and no normally represent it. Into my point and they say there are certain things what touch and can it doesn't represent a friend is saying a Christopher a binum sebi me who said asantini infantini grinding babu and a kubi I be na
okay, so Mamin Shawade, we owe ourselves a core responsibility as Christians also. And that is why Christ himself, there are certain things not for a year within the scope of the church. Christ, at some points, even had to take whips and then whip them. And he say, the core mandate, as Christians, salvation. And if things go wrong, we shouldn't criticize and talk about them.
That's my point.
So I asked you a question, maybe you are taking a digress.
No, because
I know exactly what you are doing. So
no. It's like me. Me personally, there are certain things I will not come. Sebia, Obi can about tongue speaking. Not be the major thing I all can't no be can't tight Sunday. There are certain things I will not talk about it.
But it doesn't define the fact that
no.
If it is wrong, it is wrong. Maybe.
There are certain things. Once I say Abraham, I can create.
No, so maybe for so many people,
at least one after the other, please.
Maybe your friend is saying, "Oh, I some now walk on the boat. I say, what's the Abraham can create?" And I miss me person. Me ma what you say. The crane now, oh, Babecas walk on. And you no one and I say you were Christopher Muye.
Okay, so maybe the mere fact say the mere fact say if someone has spoken about something, okay, and I say incophobia aka, and then he's also making enlightenment on that same matter, it doesn't mean said Yokano, it nullifies it, and I say it's not significant. Meaning said they make a beyond that, I gave you so many different instances. Maka about the issue of Jeconiah, Maka about the issue of Titan and meet me about different context. And so it is not about just this matter. Ube use that as a base. Mecatro say so many different things. I can give you clinical examples of Enema I feel that he lied. So for example, on the issue of false dual citizenship, I felt it is a lie. He lied, basically. And I say, yeah, he wasn't informed about it. And he has always said, he's not infallible. He's human. Or Obia, I mean, that is what he has projected or said. And so I'm taking his word for it.
Onjin this Otantro, and I say,
someone has enlightened him. I think so. On Emisa debates be.
Mr. Sethoo.
On Emisa debates be. He came out to say he didn't know, and then Emisa taught him. He has said that. Matsese waka that on numerous occasions. And so I feel that in that context, so Ophilise why mistake be and answer what Obia Treni be no about the can. He's not infallible. Onye say quote and unquote spirits that cannot lie or a man. But it is up to us, say whatever he has said, and so if that is the context there, then of course, like I said, I agree with you beyond reasonable doubt. But if it is about the fact, say, we will criticize and then say that every single thing that he has said is false, that I cannot agree.
Yeah, because Obian can say, one make it some points via Obian argue with you. Sebi, ye ni nipo we are here. Some from 1 to 2 yen. Some yina draw ebini we are say. Why na yes on it na some yina or can yina draw we are say. Ebini ho. Before you can call somebody a lie, it means a nipa no crowd one will try and draw. What I say, and before so be trying to talk and no crack a crowd. Otherwise, the backers swap down. What I say
on that subject you are talking about today, it is clear. There were exaggerations, there were things he said that were false. No one can dispute that. Of course, the text itself reviews say on that particular issue that you are talking about, and of course, my friend Sethoo on numerous occasions, different things or the other out that were false. But like I said, in Sembi Woha first crack or can, he has come back to, of course, correct himself. And so it is still a learning process. By, of course, that is false. And so it is still a learning process for him. And of course, for many of us also. And he's not infallible. I mean, these things do happen. And yeah, out of the blue. That's all I can say.
1 minute, Sethoo, Mr. Your friend is saying the purpose of Oka says, your friend saying, Avraham, Nensembi Oha. Or kind of cranny idea, even if whether you intro and I a cranny, the purpose in tea what they can't say, or the basis and when the monkeys to so me and tro, and even if Oka then finally say tight, whether and go for titan and go for tight, doesn't make Christianity false, doesn't mean say Bible no go for the invented, doesn't mean say the relate Christianity and go for be put it under religion and throw. That is the purpose. It is the purpose is what they cannot.
Okay. Now beyond everything, okay, the belief in God for me, but you see, if we also my Muslim before my Christian, and right now I feel like I am a rationalist. I feel like no single religion can be entirely false. No single religion. Because if we were created by one God, and I say we are all created by God, and by in different contexts, okay, the God of the Bible itself cannot say Christians and like heaven based on this or that, and the God of Muslims ain't me. And so for me, I feel like there is truth in every religion, but then there is no single religion a truth. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
I also disagree with you.
Yes, of course, we have difference. We can always agree to disagree. So it's fine. But all disagreements with me, it doesn't also nullify the fact that my points could be valid. I don't know why you disagree with me, but let me ask you this quick question. If you disagree with me, my question is this: and do you believe, say, Omo Asia Minor, some parts of Asia, any other, it was no fault of theirs to be there, and for that reason, they barely know about Christianity. What is their faith? How are they supposed to? I mean, are they also going to heaven? What is the metric for them?
God will judge them according to the knowledge He has given them.
What is the metric for them? I just want to find out.
God will judge them according to the knowledge He has given them.
According to
one did they be or I don't know, sound the be or no I don't know.
Really? Japan one I say.
That being powerful. Casamity.
Yeah, God will. I know that people ask these questions, and my answer to you is God will judge them according to the knowledge He has given them.
So, what is the knowledge He has given them?
God will judge them according to the knowledge He has given them.
And maybe so. So, for example, if I'm a Shintoist, what is my faith? I just come clear. I just want you to be clear.
You are talking about people who have never heard the gospel. Say, point no. The opposite can no. It's not about. It's not about or Shemai no. I take Christ to once a man. Or out of the friend's argument, and I will try to be making.
Okay, so
that's my point.
When him say first off,
Obi a auntie yeah or the baby the extreme situation. God will judge them according to the knowledge He has given them. And as long as I believe God is the ultimate judge and a just God, He will judge them, even if it's 0.5% knowledge they have, God will judge them according to that. And it will be exactly a just judgment.
Okay, so that is not entirely true according to certain parts of the scriptures. Can I that is not entirely true anyways. I mean there are scriptures to buttress this, and so maybe unless you want us to look into that also. But that is not entirely true. Yeah, I'm listening. Hello?
Prince.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Prince, who one bow? I saw red. It was side, and also I saw red. Prince.
Mr. Sethoo, can I come in with a radio?
Yeah, you can speak.
Because what the guy is saying is, I mean, because according to God who called David, He promised him with an everlasting kingdom. So the seat of David to be as an eternal kingdom cannot be removed out of his seat. So if somebody was cursed, that doesn't mean that the kingdom was eliminated. So the promise to King David, according to 1 Chronicles chapter 17, that his kingdoms and his family shall be established in the presence of God forever. So the lineage of David was not that no one, God promised in Jeremiah chapter 35 that he will have a man to sit on the seat of David for a king forever. So there is nowhere God has written in the Bible that the kingdom must be cursed forever, that no one should sit on the seat of David.
Have you checked the genealogy very well? Have you checked
I know the genealogy very well.
Okay,
yes.
So from Jeconiah, why a dear there? From Jeconiah, why a dear there?
According to which verse are you giving out?
I've asked you whether you know about the genealogy of Jesus Christ.
So who is Jeconiah and who is the next of Jeconiah, according to you?
I made mention of a curse, and I'm a cathedral said there was a curse attached to Jeconiah. Do you know about this curse?
Yes, I know Jeremiah. According to the book of Jeremiah, chapter 22.
You know who? Jeremiah. I've not even mentioned Jeremiah. I'm talking of Jeconiah or Konia. Do you know Konia?
I know Konia. So why in
Konia? And what curse was given to Konia?
Give me the verse if you know it.
A very long story, okay? And
they don't know anything, and they are saying he was cursed. Where in the Bible was he cursed? That there is no lineage in the David, that no man should sit on the throne of David.
If I think it's somewhere in Matthew. If you permit me, I'll get the verse and bring it. Hold on. Give me 1 minute. Give me just some few seconds if you permit me. Someone can randomly talk, neighbor. Someone can randomly talk. I'll come back within a space of 30 seconds. Hold on.
Because
that is all.
This is pure knowledge. Just Google it. That a curse was placed on Jeconiah. That a curse was placed on Konia. Just Google it. This is open knowledge.
According to
Meba.
First Chronicles, no,
And I maybe
David
Saul
was
say.
promised to be an eternal. His kingdom
I
shall
think
be an
Sethoossk even
eternal.
knows what I'm talking about exactly. But me
No,
say,
I know, no, I know.
unim curse na okay. Yeah, Nyankopon place you on Jeconiah, and your
Bring out
conversations
the
probably
verse.
will take a digress. And so I'm saying that just take your time, relax. I mean, I'm discarding Christianity or may try to paint Christianity or whatever in the face of people as bad. But I'm just saying that the books that we have, okay, we should check them. Beyond that, also, very ill for us as human
Okay.
beings. Say,
Can
but
I
let me
ask you a
just make
question?
this complete.
Can I
Very
ask you a
ill for
question?
us, Patrick, after my statement. Better say maybe after my statement. Very ill for us as human beings. Say you use one metric as a standard to judge all other people. We are of different colors. We are of different people. Obi was Asia Minor. Obi was say. And then you are telling me that you use one metric as a yardstick or standard for that person, whilst the person basically has little to no knowledge about Christianity. It is not fair. That is, well, that is my
So,
Fairness, the any no
okay.
depend fairness though. You don't define fairness.
So, if God says so, how can we be against it?
So to them, to those people also,
So do you think that there is no God has not caused them to hear His gospel? Are you claiming that?
Prince, kasa na meet us on network na who say oh kasa I say ayana
Prince kasa
The thing is, are those people now motivate the Asian man now can it is possible to almost use your phone CCA. It is possible to say Omate, Unyankopon Asem, or YouTube, TikTok,
you see,
different places, social media is different.
maybe truth, what one defines as truth, a relative. Okay, what you would define as truth could be relative from what another person would define as what is true. The fact say we book be our book makers a way and no cray, we need no cray, our dino should not be the same metric you would expect someone or a Muslim to believe as truth. Obi or Muslim no or kind dear. I don't know if you watch UTI Dawa and Adesa. They also believe firmly say what they have is the truth. And so truth is very relative. You cannot define truth by Adia who feel say and I will whom say a truth based on your exposure. That becomes very, very what's it then?
I say na make can say.
Bible
now what say ebia nkofo go Asian mind no ni other stuff. Ebia mo say Christianity ho asem no. Na me bisa say, is it possible say they are using phone right now? Automatic Christianity ho asem at their place through social media like TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, other places. Is it possible so much to Christianity ho asem? That's my question.
Unmute. I say ayana noise one to say who kasa we are unmute. Ish. And then Prince nyawo make ish.
Sure. You will be on Mati, you will be on Monte.
To me, Yanka say, Obu Asian mind no one thing Yankopon asem. It's possible to say ben bakonati. Ebi wate Bible ho asem. Ba onye na adwen so biti. Nti me nka say bakon na nyewe enti. Sana me pa.
Kase. And make us a nipa no ebia de ono so kita no ohun ne se eno so ye no kre based on the exposure that person also has. And you cannot define boundaries of way and a no kre and a way no kre based on their wu kita. It becomes like
Yeah, unim the interesting thing. So as now work no, nipa. We used to think like that. But the answer minya say, why don't you think about yourself? Whether you have the truth or not. And then I won't know obi fufuro na weni abre no ho because if God is just all mono obe deal with them in a just way. But we are exposed to said your work a lot of truth, and then I won't find the real truth, and I say ne creba akono won't find it now when you break obi fufuro. because ebia
So
sebi ebia mumienu be gina ohene anima wo na wotie no wo de kra ne hia enye de onim no de onim ye de be gina nchen nti ade na wo no wani mbre wo ho but wani bre obi a o hye Asia minor sebi unidi enwe Asia
then
minor
mega me shall say me can me take trail and me shall say me can what I me gidi any the mean gindi na me can wa say for me as an individual and see me stands there mama I am very open already even before the discussion, but I'm just using logical reasoning, and beyond logical reasoning no, I'm trying to make us probe beyond the normal thoughts that we all have. Of course, in Kwafobeka Sembebri about Christianity more, it will make sense to me. Kwafobeka so many things about Islam, it will equally make sense to you or to another person. But beyond all of that, let us remove the spectacles we are wearing, the things, and our boundaries are barriers, boundaries, chains are and then look at things critically from a critical mindset. Say, beyond all of this, okay, as human, as nipa, no. If you are given a standard, say, this is the standard that people are supposed to use, and you will judge them. Okay, and then you are giving your people a standard, say standard way, and I'm made really obia. So when the standard way, so I may say and I say right now standard now my there is certain different people within the community. One, they might have not even heard about that standard. That is the first thing. Beyond that, you obi foforo bi so a we see ne ho ohenpon wo oman ni mu a not to oman no mo krom ho no then your fault say they have probably they have probably channeled and viewed sanipa kro foforo no as ohen foforo wo oman ni, and that person is given a different law that those people are following as wo your ohen or mining before sa or no. What would be the metric you? I'm just trying to bring these things to practical things so that we can think about them in practical forms.
The reality is, you see that practical thing, no. So me, I had them penny say I always try to use ankasa. You see na obo say o practical near man use bi. And tira me I na say obi ba no free thinker. I don't me have my own core Bible nim. Me use ankasa settings. Na ma say
use your settings. Unim the religion, I feel like religion as a whole and as people that instead of thinking beyond the scopes of religion and then critical thinking, we should use critical thinking on matters. And I feel like what we do is yenya book not that whole say okay, the book becomes our metric.
In fact, you can say Avraham knowledgeable and go for books already.
Me, I'm not here to defend Avraham.
If you want kasana or kasabibli, kasa obeke at the end of the day back with you.
Meba, knowledge is not a prerogative of one person. Enti obi atro na nipa kro akotro ato book bi mu a na mehu a it doesn't nullify the fact say I can always tap from different
sources. Back to wasam na we use Asia mine on here no. Me pese me kire say ne kre wo ho. Say the worker say ne kre wo no, but ne kre ne bi chen ne kre ne bi di entia. I know say ye was society bi ma na ye ku abi no mu, ye ku nkofo bi o mu ya abi no. Ye was society bi wo no ma, tu o mu na ne kre me boa.
O se tu o mu na no kre.
Yes, yes or yes me boa. Meba o dey me pese me ko ne kaka me build the point.
It me answer. Wait beside my question, I'm answering you.
Me say to them na no kre yes or no.
Based on reality now or me.
And reality me to omo.
What's it then?
To omo yes or
me answer was based on reality omo hu ye no. That was truth to them.
Okay.
Very well.
But obi so de ne kra ba said there be mamu nku omo. Sa nipa ne kra no. Any omo no kra no. Based on nipa na ono so ne no kra no to ono no reality no. Enu kwa so muku abi no. Any de ono oku abi no onso to ono knowledge ne kra no. Omo nyina kra ne kra. Why ne kra na papa?
Okay, that is a very solid point. But baby, I'll fall short the fact that you had to go read other truths to be able to tell, say, we enye no kre. Meaning say they make out here
there is a way a ma omo ku abino no omo no kre no kre e chen omo sima mu ku ayifo na na.
And I made sure say nipa na. I don't know if you understand what I just said. Meaning say they make out here say me say nipa na Ojais, for example, no muku albinos, na sisi I say ma omu nko omo. And so they came to a realization and stopped. But that realization came as a result of say nipa no eko no krefo frobi ewo baby. And so it all talks about the fact that you probe further. You don't use one-way metric as a yardstick. That is all I'm trying to say, and that is what make us say.
Yes, Mr. Super Cemetery say that one way no, and no, and na ama ewiase aye sane, and no na ama ewiase aye sane no.
Was it ewiase aye sane because of what?
Yes, so one way metric no. And no na ama ane na force on is one way for no. Omo de omo a view of no cre. And a neutralize it and yama biblia nanko for us who say no crown no more practicing.
That is false, and you know it.
I have force saying.
Okay. And who person what me say indirectly, who person what me say Christianity no creno, and Maria say saying. Is that what you articulated?
Before so okay say the American no enye no creno. The end based on what now would make his conclusions and obisa make question.
Oh, Debbie, me person me now question no right because if that is the case,
what answer me
answer based on them bibisa osisiano. That is the understanding I had.
Yeah,
that
because
is why I answered you.
Yeah, the reason why I make Kasano, I can go one after the other. But you so abino for no, and I will say, and omi you know crown crew, but what you say bakone creno, it make more sense to change bakone creno
because you had to expand your scope.
It's
and
not
yes,
even whether you expand or not, bakone creno, and the red truth. Meboa. And now there is a way be a bino for kum no is there any way?
Is there any way?
Anywhere a ma ye kum abino for no na.
Okay. Twaso Casamitio.
A question.
Oh no, there is no justification to it.
But ne entino say obi hu ni say no cre to omo no any omo knowledge and omo no hu say na no cre no.
Right, but what's the mechanic? What's the mechanic? Before I started, Meka said there is no single religion a truth entirely. And see, in that same vein, or in that same statement, I'm making Sir Adena Okano, it could be a falsehood in their perspective. Meaning that make out here, for example, me for Christianity, I will see truth in it, I will see falsehood in it. It's the same way I might see truth and falsehood in different places.
As I'm American, now you are moving, no, say.
No, I'm not moving.
I'm just based on this example. Now, me the chair will say, me no me the chair will say, Obi bet me a cry no cray. To honor no say no cray.
But and I make a say to me,
Mammy for Manusi. Obi bet me a cry no cray.
Price for 2-0. I show 2-0 by the way. Okay.
Hey, Ayeka.
Holland I put 2 goals. Is here 2-0. Ayeka.
Anyway, the friend and Obi betting me, the person may build the point I may build in the say. Obi betting you cry to the whole life. Nay, no crack, sadly, any creman. No, be so a cran crabby to the whole life, nay, no cremano. By Abraham, no, back on the cray, no cray over Bacos on the cray.
I don't put here, Mammy, me one.
Who bet you when you'll be
Mammy one. Okay, me and one. Mesha says me kasano. Menka said the fact say Obia hold something as truth entirely true. That is not what I stated here. And yes, Anna Mekai. Unless say you want to twist my words. And see, like when I'm also trying to talk about things, let's try to be very objective in all of this. Meka said, I believe that in as much as there is truth in every religion, but could be entirely true. And so using that metric, you realize that could be falsehood that existed in that particular society. Meaning that Mekano. It doesn't mean say very good, very good. Ain't you would have to make a comparative analysis from any way, knowing who say, oh, when it comes to this particular issue, this is false. When it comes to this particular issue, this is false. But beyond that, I was saying who said we are talking about societal governance, societal things, which is made by humans, and so humans are infallible. But we are talking. This particular issue that we are contending with has to do with religion, and we are saying that these religions were ordained and given by God. And God as a father figure, God as someone who created the universe that we believe is infallible. These things cannot exist within the scope of religion. It cannot exist within the scope of religion if and not the entire truth given by God. Meaning said the maker won't say here. Does it come clear? I don't know if it comes clear.
Master, who confuse you? You are confusing yourself.
No.
The judgment of God said the entire region, some are true and some are not true. Power Ben, what the judges added.
What's the power Ben?
What power do you have? Are you using to judge that thing?
What's the power Ben? So, first of
the
all,
judges added.
First of all, the Bible tells us that we should be each other's keepers. That is one.
So you are quoting from the Bible.
Me use a book. I have to use whatever you believe in to be able to make you understand what I'm trying to put across. I cannot just take things from.
How I catch it, I will say.
I cannot just take things from. Now, did I dispute the fact that knowledge is transgressive? Knowledge, you can tap from here, you can tap from.
Knowledge is transgressive.
I didn't take.
Whoa, okay,
we claims in say all the regions, it be a true, being a true. And I would Christianity was say some are true and some are not true.
Definitely.
And I say, which power are you using to judge that Christianity? Some is true and some is not true.
And I'm using the
power.
So that is why we have human beings. We are able to detect if something is wrong or right. You don't need.
In which way?
You don't need power. You don't need power to detect say be a wrong and a right. Maybe we have senses. Senses will tell you, say, for example, oh yes, say this is wrong, this is right. And as human, can be a contradictory. You don't need power to tell you that this is contradictory. So if I read a text, not text for baby can't be for and Bible not can be, and I see a practice within the scope of religion, not a contradictory what the Bible has said. Of course, I don't need power BR from anywhere to tell me this is wrong or this is right.
Contradiction I work Christianity.
What's a contradiction? What then?
Bible not contradict say with sense of judgment, and more proofs say we are can say I am wrong. And
yeah, Kasano, I gave so many different instances. And Katra will say one. I gave the issue of Jeconiah, which I've put across already. I told you about the issue of Titan. I related it to what has been happening now.
And I may be so Jeconiah, dear. Oma me versibi. What Akasasa, Oma.
So you want me to give the best? Hold on.
But David, can't say. Pastor Ken, the thing they were honum, Jeconiah, but you want understanding honum, your explanation were honum. But to see a time on the call, okay, time on the call, time to my
maybe he thinks I'm just.
I don't maybe
or whatever.
Also, me can say me say, or GT say, Nyankopon catch the David say, Obama na hindi jina won enuma kosi da. O GT say, Sade, Nyankopon kan de. Ujidi.
Patrona na Jeconiah ofi meba. Jeconiah ofi wan ase.
Ujitu me say, First Chronicles chapter 17, Nyankopon yena yenyan wo Jeconiah o. Nyankopon David kwa apam
no. God has contradicted himself
through the prophet.
Then God has
maybe some question. Answer.
Okay. God has contradicted himself in the Bible. That is the answer I'm giving to you.
Maybe so say, according to First Chronicles 17, would you to me say Nyankopon David ko ahini apam? Da would you desire?
Sana verse ne kind mean dispute that. That is what the verse
Okay, Ejimebo. Apart from Jeconiah, so mebati Jeconiah, so according to Matthew chapter 1, every woman called Babylon a buyer. I want to ask one. Wine and Yanko Pond and the Batina so. It was Israel. Prove
no,
one
but
king. T now, but oh, say T. Why are not that?
It's not done that way, me pouch.
T me. Who's the T about today? A free Jeconiah, so I'm called Babylon. Hey, Mr. Sethoo, Obia Matanaso in the Hini. Until they say a war Christ. Even Christ in Angas and the kingdom, in for Philly, actually. Because Obasa baby, Aberu all the kingdom. Into Acts chapter 1, verse 6. Apostles soon beside you say, a brilliant and I will restore the kingdom back to Israel. And also, no, it is not in your season on your time, which has been appointed by the Father. Which is the
okay,
Father
Pastor,
has appointed a season and a time. So Christ will come and rule as a king.
Okay.
It's according to Jeremiah chapter 23. According to Jeremiah chapter 22, and a case in the Bible. Jeremiah 23, verse number 5 to 7. There was a king which was prophesied will be the righteousness of the Lord. So God has made a promise through the same scripture. Who denies cases in Obia and Jimmy rule the kingdom of David? How come? Who's your Bible now?
Okay, maybe so I say shall bo say wasimu for ebedia dear da all right. Na wasini ba na wasini no nyankopon ekantam. Okay, ekantam say sa wasini no asefo endi adie ewo as long as ono nyankopon sa wasini no asefo eba omo ndi adie ewo David akonya so biom and I say ewo the ewo Israel bioma. My question to you then is say sa wasini no asefo ni ba ebedi adie eyeye
And your question as the say open say
a very simple question.
You open say what counting Jesus to the genealogy of David as in the flesh and
maybe so say sa case
question are you counting Jesus to them or you are it is not pointing to Jesus?
You are not being fair.
Clear your question.
You are not being fair to the audience.
Question maybe so say did that question pointed to Jesus?
You are not being fair to the
yes or no?
audience.
Simple when you
Ish himself.
Sethoo. Yes, Sethoo.
You can see what I said. Okay, Mr. Man. Pastor Ken, Pastor Tobo. Okay, join me next time. Okay, if I didn't see what I say, no, my time now.
Pastor Tobo make us Tobo make us one by one. Well, why you put it you for Brazil for okay. If I see what I say, okay, Pastor Ken, me that say, Ish me that say, okay.
Sure, Sethoo.
If I see what I say, join me next time. Mr. Man, Munina, mun join me next time. Razak, go on.
Let me wa.
Hey, Razak, what to cool? Then they would be a car.
Oh, me enjoy a conversation, ain't it, Charlie?
Yeah, go but one or two things be and I'm father and gonna be.
Oh yeah, topic in they say we no kan ya da economize na ewie. Ma Avraham kind of
so what
verse no massage. So or massage verse. And na yeah, I wanna wo life no the other time ya make the man some let's say yet to be bia me am fan there or some way the empana seminti yet ya na ya deko at least yam find ya to hu dem nimpa na kan ya ampa na even the contest I will use them or like what kind of massam no woman and no cry yeah but to me make a difference into yet has some na my am fan try just because obi aka fa some bia ya empana some hu nti na ya deko Abraham or kan ya dem not because verse no more can be different cry ne exaggerations in order shisha. Now last one about Ish himself and a pastor one argument. Pastor Bisa and there power ben on war. Or they cast about offending they be Christianity and yet the only truth and all those things and Ish himself or can Obis and power or war. May I assure the pastor you may arguing there apart from Christianity you believe in other religions like other religions don't want to be false. Me assure want to be false other religions. Indeed, the same question goes to him. Power ben on wa on sudu hunde or a false. Ma Ish himself kind baby I mean yadrin back when there. Religion be no quarrel. Religion be no quarrel. There are certain things be Sethoo on your main yadrin as a Muslim. But there are certain things be obuhua or back at the this is right. This is right. Oko Bible mukra na ebia that practices in a womb. Eko other religious books ma those practices in womb. Inti say a truth in be. But it's not everything that is in the Bible that you will find in other religious books. Into religion be no quarrel. Into my hunde. Bible as some way maintained to. And then you misunderstanding. Why? Because it is not in the Quran. Ebia Bible a womb. By Koran ma enim eno na won so be gina do aka de ene Koran na nya de ene na nya adu nti argument na obi aye nchale adesua do wom na masra pastor e yo nya abutan because I had a yefie nti aye nya abutan ye na yensu ade da ma ase
Mr. Bedasi Razak. Okay, Razak, if you say okay, let the Bible speak.
Sethoo.
Ube submission bi wa ha se obi bi kara.
Mamenka bibi kotu ebi enka. Na me nuane person apply logical reasoning. Na me person men no edi honkom bebre. What I think say na or apply here what we call appeal to emotions. Okay. And something called argumentum ad home. I think mirror but mirror Latin home but appeal to false authority. Normal meaning now apply but okay if you command can be where the stance will be. But same when I'm person maker. The reason why I'm imagining say Avraham is very dear to Christianity or hating Christianity much, I think say because of on any papa issue on the kind you on any papa issue, intina it led him to that place, Now me send a picture be one of your videos meaning to Asha. Say na we neka or say a cassava be maybe a fan Lee Strobel. I say looking back, Strobel feels his challenged relationship with his father inevitably contribute to his years of atheism. And as with most things in his life, he has the facts to prove it. And like I said, research has shown that a common trend among many of the most influential atheists throughout history has been a damaged relationship with their dads.
It's your press one. What's a cop?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. I think it's because of that relationship, and papa, that damaged relationship, that is where it has led him to being what he claims to be common sense. That animosity against Christians, if he will calm down, let us learn that we can come out from that place.
Okay. Now, Ben Moshe, what can be about one in the data now? Because I mean, what to be from Ben Moshe situation.
Oh no, cousin, and then never punch, So okay.
Okay. In that video, it's an upper. I said, Papa, yeah, open a say. But speaking about the Papa, but he say now as a grown man, will be the open a as he say, I don't know what. So, okay,
make us it could be said, then Papa answer no. Onen papa ntemu enye kama. I'm not saying say papa maybe that's what I'm using. Maybe.
Yeah, okay.
From that place, can also be the factor.
Alles klar. Now, okay. What do you see what I say? Okay, but I say, let the Bible kind of say, highest papa.
Okay, so too, really, me I hear na make a come home. I didn't say most of some be a meka there, be a member DM muna maka.
Yakasa, okay.
Yeah, you know, mammy and spend the media about 11 or about 12 for OT.
About 12, yeah. But then say from grandpa, me quite idea or
yeah, mammy, that BBNia, Beckham was.
And you must say, okay. And the FNC was say for the meantime, okay. Go to my last train, I'm a fan comrade. Setoo SSK, once again, no. Yeah, per se, I'm for your honest. Ben Moshe, or no, presented himself as a researcher, somebody now where well learned, was shed them for 10 years plus, was studying, say, only Jew for one until why say, why research with the Sierra. And into about Montino Casa, when yet people now, they trust everything that he says. And that is wrong. It's wrong, definitely wrong, because you're putting some nature. We see say a lot of things that he says no, you're wrong. A lot. So some are true, but a lot of are wrong. And I say or massaging or pretending what money baby and by BBR. Because our agenda and one no. Tina you say focus what I say. See as the follow I didn't go as here now. Okay. 3 topics na what I say. And the Yankasa we move back okra ni nyina yentro. Did the Council of Nicaea invent Bible verses? Ben Moshe said Council of Nicaea, they invented Bible verses. They never invented any Bible verses at the Council of Nicaea and then inserted it in the Bible. Did Christians replace BCE and CE with BC and AD? According to Ben Moshe, no, BCE in the Newohonum and a Christophobe inventing BC and AD and also a intro. BC and AD and a Wohonum first and no a bar first and son of BCE and C in Eba second and the Baba later. And no, Ben Moshe said there be a intro we can't throw or say the year of our Lord, AD no, and no domini, the year of our Lord, no, according to Ben Moshe, or say AD no, standing for I've been pursuing my body or body in the refi. Okay, highest papa name already. And also said control as the year of our Lord. Lord is standing for Jesus Christ. But she said Debbie standing for before from. So control. Osaka say you kind of saying Josephus Flavius and answer one piece of family for inventing New Testament. We can't throw. Caesar for Caesar. The year of our Lord is Caesar. The Jesus Christ never existed. We can't throw historically Jesus existed. And throw quite a guy with the Bible verses we can't throw. Also John the Baptist say he is not a prophet. John the Baptist never says he is not a prophet. We can't throw. Okay. Setoo SSK if we didn't see what I say now. Okay, if we see what I say now. More follow page, you know. Setoo SSK. Or YouTube on them. And I kind of say TikTok's page, you know, come to guys apologetics. Okay. First see what I say Norway for winning. Once again, Norway for winning 2-1. Holland about 2 goals. This year go King now. I'm fighting go King. Nipas 3 and it was 7 goals each. Mbappe, Messi, and Norway, Nipa with Holland. I'm 7 goals. And Brazil for out. What to say now? And also no. If we did what I said, that's a 2 SSK for Mumaba. Okay, Mr. Mumaba. You run it fast and go down.